What's up, pups? How is everybody doing tonight? Check. All right. Tam, what's happening? Sounds a little funny. You guys let me know if it's all right. It does sound a little weird. Not sure what it is. What's up, Soul Lake Cucumber? What's going on, Kirill? How are you? What's up, Angry Beaver, Ink Maxi, Moon Mutt, Ryan, Official Renee? What's that? Kryptonite, what's going on? What's up, Acidemitiated? Okay, we're going to give you a nickname, all right? This is the end of that. Chat, think of a nickname for Academaciated. We got to give him a short form. Chat will come up with something better. Danny Boy, what's going on? Don't feel insulted, man. Frank White, what's up, brother? What's up, Charles Fox? What's up, Hans? How are you? Mr. Monty Fontaine, Crypto Dan. What's up, Salty Dog? Yeah. That's right, Tam. She says hit the like button. Do it. Smart lady. What is TFF? Oh, Tears for Fears? I didn't know they had like a we don't talk about them in like abbreviations. Thanks for the reminder. What's up? I've actually seen them live. I used to live in Seattle. I saw them live. Long time ago. Amazing band. The guy's voice sounds better than real life. Roland, man, that guy can sing. What's up, Dominique? How are you? Crypto and coffee. That's right. Best is yet to come. What's going on, Alpha Hover? How are you? What's this button do? What's up, Perez? Cookie to choke. To chalk. What's going on? What's up, J Bud? What's up, Charles? What's up, Detroit Runners? From Twitter, from X. Hello to everybody out there on X. Hope you're doing really well. We got a really, really cool show for you tonight. We're going to talk about Bitcoin and whether the cycle's over or not, and if we're going to get an altcoin season or not, because everybody's kind of mixed up about this right now. So I'm going to shed some light on this. I think I got some interesting things I'm going to show you that are going to make it very easy for you to make a decision right now. All right? Check 1 2. Yeah, it's gonna make it very, very easy for you guys to make a decision on what's going on. What is up with the sound tonight? It's just my mic. Hello, headphones. Plugged in. Hello. Okay, so everything's plugged in. Bring the rain down a little bit there. So the best I can do is just make it very easy for you guys to see what I see and how I look at things, so that you can just make a very simple decision to look, do I deploy more capital? Do I go freak out? Do I run away to the forest? Do I start ordering champagne for the fridge? It's just going to make it easy for you guys. I'm just going to show it to you in the simplest way I can think of. Death by... Soleil, I think you're very close to what I'm going to show you, that there may be a little bit of that. Talk about Liberty Swap and how you feel about them. All right, we'll talk a little bit about Liberty Swap. We'll talk a little bit about them. All right, tell you what. Let's go. And I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link for the show in the Telegram. We'll get to the charts in a minute. And if you guys want to join, I think the market maker is trying to shake out those who rigidly believe in a 4-year cycle. Here we go. Love the TFI. What's up, Ruskino? How are you? Yeah, I'm going to give you guys TA. What else am I going to give you? All right. Yeah, definitely going to get nipped for that one. We already got nipped this one's show, so it's all good. Oh, hang on. So what's this? Somebody just sent me an interesting message. What's up, Pedro? How are you? Can't wait to doodle. I know, somebody's got to get one. I want to get one. When's the European shipment starting? It's tough to get one, right? Like, because then you're really doxxed. You're like, I guess you'd have to just get lucky, get one randomly. Hang on, I'm opening up the Zoom right now. Where's that? Ah, there we go. All right. Yo, what's up, Art? How are you? What's up, T.S. Pedro? What's up, Crypto Munch? What's good? We're about to get good. Where'd my music go? A little bit of tunes here. All right. In the Telegram, I'm going to put the link in for the show. Our bandwidth is good. Though I do have a lot of charts open tonight, so if it gets swirly and I stop suddenly, it's because I'm probably panicked and trying to turn stuff off, all right? Because I do have a lot of charts already open, so hopefully it's not a problem. You guys let me know if stuff starts skipping for you guys or getting squirrely, and I'll tweak from here. The next big RWO collection from RH those past few millions. What's up, Fast Abdul? So the whole crew is in the house tonight. The link is in the Telegram. Let's see what's going on over here. All right, while we're waiting for everybody to join, just got some, do I show you guys the animal stuff? I don't know, apparently people are having trouble with squirrels and I just can't stop laughing. I used to grow in California, vegetables, not what you're thinking. No, actually I did grow what you're thinking. I was growing a lot of it actually. Vegetables, tomatoes. And anyway, so we had, I have a lot of like fruits and pollinators and stuff growing around, the grow, and it was a pretty massive grow and extraordinarily successful. I mean, it was just so much, I couldn't even give away enough. I was juicing half of it because I was doing inflammation for my back and what have you. And squirrels would go through the garden, man, and they would just do evil things. All right, anybody grown things before and had to deal with squirrels? And we had these things that crawled under the ground in Cali, like in Caddyshack. I don't remember what they're called, but those animals that dig through. And they are evil too, man. They do evil things to anything you're trying to grow. These are not friends. Anyway, so I got a kick out of this when I saw this squirrel video. So I'll just play for you guys. It's funny.
Oh my, it's okay. Ow! Ow!
Where are all these, like, how's gophers this way?
Me, little bastard! Get off me!
Squirrels?
Thank you.
Squirrels are satanic. They've been sent by the devil. I know this for sure. Look, took the sandwich, the whole fucking sandwich. Don't try to touch them, man. They bite. Oh, this kid's screwed.
It's an attack squirrel.
Run, bro. Yeah. You can't show them fear, man. I'm telling you. With squirrels.
Ow, you little fuck.
Oh. I didn't watch the whole thing yet, by the way.
I don't think I want him to do that, though.
She's bleeding.
Sandy,
There's blood
I'm gonna
dripping
give
all
you
over her.
this, but answer a question.
It's gonna bite you, dude.
I want to pay.
They're worse than they're rats. Yeah, they're just cuter looking rats.
This girl!
Me and the devil walking side by side.
I get the one with the knife at the end. I gotta fix that. Is that out? Look, man, they are 100% been sent by Satan himself to terrorize humanity. All right, squirrels, I'm convinced. All right, those evil little creatures. You have some super chill ones, Adrian, because you're not growing anything they want, probably. Play this. Saint, this is inspired by the squirrel video. Wait, what squirrel video? I don't know where that came from, something. And here's another.
Nothing
look at this
beats
one,
a
great.
Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save.
So awesome.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right
Nobody
now,
stopped to
you
help the
can save.
robot. All right, look, he's walking. I guess, you can get confused, right? 'Cause it's a very narrow object. So I'm guessing is like, whatever his vision field is.
Nothing beats
Bam.
a Jet2 holiday. And
Driver
right
didn't
now,
even see him.
you can save.
Done.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday.
We're going to see a lot of this kind of stuff. A lot of this. My rat terrier took out 2 there. Yeah, we had cats. And, they did a pretty good job. One of the cats did bring home a squirrel once. Yeah, in its jaws. Killed it. Yeah, it was amazing. It was impressive. If you have a garden, you need all the animals. If you have livestock, you need dog. If you just have plants, probably good to have a cat or 2 out there roaming around, keeping the gophers at bay, right? These videos are crazy. So, guys, right now, really quick, so I'm going to get into what's going on with where I think we are in the cycle. I'm going to talk to you guys about, a little bit about the marketing thing that went out. Okay, of course, we're going to talk about that, right? We're going to talk about anything you guys want to, but more than anything, I want to let you guys know that why I make these videos is really for you guys. I really see all you guys as my friends. I talk to so many of you on Telegram. I talk to so many of you privately. So many of you have sent me incredibly inspiring messages. I couldn't stop just because I would never want to let you down. Like, when I don't stream, I miss hanging out with you guys. I miss the conversations we have. I miss when people come on the show and we just have like great times. And lately I've been cutting up. Well, lately what happened, I guess I've been cutting up clips, which was kind of inspired by Fast Abdul. He's like, oh, hey man, that segment, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh yeah. And I just never thought of it before. So I started putting clips up on X, and it made me relook at a lot of the conversations and moments we were having. And I realized how much I really love doing this and hanging out with you guys and having these conversations, because it brings certain things out of me, right? It brings out my personality. It brings out good feelings, good emotions. And then also it's an opportunity for me to share a skill set that I've developed with, what I consider my friend circle. You know what I mean? Like you guys are an extended friend circle. I know, there's been a few of you I've actually already met in real life. Obviously I can't say who they are, but that's a big thing, that we're like an extended friend circle. And I don't want to ever lose that. I don't want to ever miss that. It's kind of like once you've experienced something, it's hard to go oh, I can't live without this, And now that it's here, it's like, wow, this is cool. Yeah, it's really amazing how this brought so many people together. Because when I was having to make these clips, and you guys probably noticed who followed me on X, suddenly I started having these 1-2 minute clips, right? So I had to go back through some old material too. And I talked to Fast. I was like, man, I should have been doing this over the year. There were so many crazy moments. I remember got to quickly look at the video when Somi came on a few times, and Moon King came on once or twice, and man, there's just been some great times. And some of those conversations were just hilarious. I looked at the clock, and some of the shows were 4, 5, 6, 7 hours long, and they never felt like that, right? It was literally you're just out, you're just supposed to have one drink with your friends, and next thing you know, it's 10 drinks later. So it's been good, man. It made me look at things again in a new light, having to go back and reclip things out here, look closely at, oh, what's going on, man? So anyway, cheers to you guys. Thank you so much for coming along on this journey. And yeah, it's good to have you as my friend. So cheers. Cheers, everybody. And really, that is, I think, what PulseChain is. I don't even know if I brought this up in the Twitter. We'll see. But somebody had just posted a big influencer. Was it Zach XBT, right? So he just posted all these influencers that were like, they get paid, right, to talk about things. Well, the people that came here, like I came here out of a passion for seeing what Richard Hart might do, right? Like what he's creating, right? Like I'm not necessarily following the man, but I'm following the mission. I'm like, this guy's up to something. And I think what he could do could bring a lot of good into the world, right? So, I'm not on a payroll for PulseX or PulseChain. Believe it or not, Ink Token has not paid me any money to make videos, and I made a lot of bullish Ink videos. pDAI never paid me. Atropa doesn't pay me. Maria 414 James has never sent me any money to make videos about Atropa, right? And we are really different over here. We are a very unique universe in crypto. Not just in crypto, but like if you just see this as a business or a startup or a community, there's nothing like this. That people came here for passion. They came here because they want to, we all want to make money too. I'm a grown man, I want to make money, but we came here for bigger causes. You know what I mean? And that's something I think a lot of people forget very easily on the day-to-day. It's very, very easy to forget how special PulseChain is, the community, okay? That is PulseChain. It's a chain of pulses, people. It's in the name. It's a chain of pulses. It's a chain of hearts, all right? Of human souls all connected together because they believe in something bigger and better, that they believe that crypto can really transform people's lives into something amazing instead of just a gambling casino, That's very powerful. That's very powerful in an industry that's nascent too. That's just a little baby. Like what this PulseChain, Hex, Richard Hart community could evolve into, we may just be sprouting right now. It could be something it's hard to really imagine right now, but it's going to be amazing. And it's really why we're here and why it's okay to have good emotions about it and remember what's going on, right? Yo, we got somebody in the green room. Let's see who this is. Pedro. Can you hear me? What's up, buddy? Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you. Let me punch in. Hang on one sec. Haven't punched you in a second, man. You look good. You got tan and everything. I'm jealous. I forgot where the button is. Where are you at? Oh, I'm going to pull up. Pedro.
Here I am.
What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm good, man. And you? How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah.
Sorry about the background noise. I think my kids
check
were running
your
around.
background noise really quick. Shut the doors.
Yeah.
What's up, Kirill?
Yeah, it should be okay now.
Alpha Hover, Crypto 7 ambush was hilarious. We had such an amazing chemistry of people that would come on the show. It was amazing. We had so many great times. What's up, Kathy? How are you? Nice to catch a stream. It's good to have you. Is the only chain you can't unknow. Yeah, Super Snake. What's up, man? Say you knew a mentally unstable friend that had 15K to DCA into PulseChain over the next few weeks of September. Teddy and Ink, maybe some Dev C. I don't know, man. I'll answer that. We'll look at that in a minute. I'm only familiar with Ink you mentioned there. Maybe that was a sneaky plug. I don't know. What's up, Pedro? Mose, Pump.
Yeah.
Those are good memes. Yes.
Yes.
Those are good memes. Pedro,
Those are
fan too?
amazing memes.
Yes. We're both
Yeah,
fans
I'm
of
a
those.
big fan, bro.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too. Me too.
And I just learned, because I didn't know this, I'm not sure if you were aware, but like on a recent on a recent Twitter Spaces. I think it's one of those KR and Panos and Giga Twitter Spaces.
Yeah.
SolidX. He said he's the number one holder of most and pump. Did you know that? Besides after Richard, of course.
I didn't know that. I mean, I believe.
Me neither.
I
I
believe
was
it.
nice. I was happy. I was very happy about that.
I think I heard somebody else coming in the green room. Somebody is coming in. Yo, what's up? Hey, buddy, how are you? Hang on a sec. Oh, we got a full crew tonight. Hang on a sec.
Just like old times.
Yeah, it's an old. Yeah, and it's it's kind of funny you guys came because I was kind of just talking about the community. I don't know if you guys caught the beginning of the stream.
Yes.
And it's so funny that I was just talking about that and all the amazing good times, and then who shows up? The two guys from a lot of those streams who I was on. Let's see. Yo, what's up, Fast? Wait, where's your
Just
name tag?
chilling.
Oh, there we go.
Good to see you, sir.
Yeah, you too, Pedro. What are we talking about, boys? Last time I checked, it was squirrels. We moved on to dogs.
We're talking about. He was just saying that Most and Pump are the two biggest one of the two biggest holdings of. What were you saying?
SolidX.
SolidX.
The firewall.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, he's a most whale for sure.
okay.
And those are the ones where the OA holds 80% of the coins.
Yes.
So I think that's a bonus thing.
Yeah, I'm still holding them. I think they're great. I don't think there's anything wrong with holding something that the OA holds a lot of them. It's a good bullish sign
I'm
to
yield
me.
farming them. There's farms where you can farm them against each other, like pump versus most.
Oh yeah,
right?
on 2 Fucks.
On 2Fox and on Emit Farms. Both of those, they're paying like pretty good. And like obviously they don't move up exactly with each other, but like they're very correlated, right?
Yeah.
So minimal and permanent loss.
They're loving your green screen. What's up, DJ Pollywood Win? How are you? What's up, Rapid Unbox? Yeah, we'll talk about some memes to look at. Yeah, there's no comparison to PulseChain, man. There's nothing like it. We were talking about, we talked a little about the community. And then I said, so I did pull up that tweet. So shout out to Crypto Coffee, by the way. Just an amazing dude. If you guys don't know, he's been cranking out on, I'm just going to make you guys a little bit smaller here so we can see a little bit more. If you guys don't know, he's been, I think on Instagram is where I've been seeing him. He's crushing it. And so follow him on Instagram. Super Hex is on TikTok, but Coffee's on Instagram, and he's crushing it over there and doing a great job. So shout out to Coffee. But he says, you'll notice 0 PulseChain accounts in this list. They hate us because we are actually organic. So that was another really, 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 really phenomenal point. Yeah. It really is. It really. I saw that, and I just started thinking about all this stuff because, as I was saying earlier, I was saying, Fast was like, "Hey, man, you should clip some things," and then I started clipping it. It made me have to go back and look through videos and stuff, and I just realized, like, wow, a lot happened this year, and it was really amazing, And then also,
crazy year for crypto.
Yeah, and then Coffee put this tweet up, and he's like, "They hate us because we are actually organic," and he's like, "That's really, really, really is, really, really is, man."
Yep. And the bribes they don't work so well on PulseChain, Like try to bribe RH Max. I try all the time. It never works. He never takes my money.
He wouldn't take it.
No. Not even for a good cause. Like not even for his conference, right? Like,
yeah.
So like there's a level of integrity here that we do not see on other chains.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, like our influencers are very, PulseChain only, right? PulseChain only guys. So it's very hard to actually, try to acquire a PulseChain influencer to talk about another chain because, like, their followers won't care that much, probably.
It'd be big trouble for most.
Yes,
a couple guys that do okay, like Miguel and Charlie, Dollar Cost Crypto, those guys they've always been multi-chain, right? So it's like, but they're. They have their own thing. They're not taking any bribes, I suspect. But like, yeah, if you know, if a regular pulse chain only influencer were to come out talking about, you know, whatever rando chain number 72, that'd be big trouble. It'd be pretty funny, but yeah, probably wouldn't go well.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he posted all these things. You guys can go check it out, you know, and like they listed the names. And you know, it's a business. It's a business, man. It really is. And there's
Totally.
nothing wrong with that. That's fine. There's space for everything. But what seems to have happened is an incredible kind of space opened up in the universe for something like PulseChain to exist. That is just unique like nothing else. And yeah. Don't get psyched out. Don't get scared off, man. Really, really incredible things can happen just because of the power of a community like this. Don't ever underestimate that kind of thing. It's big, man.
I agree, man. And if you think about it, it might be harder, you know, in the beginning to get some traction, as we're like witnessing actually. But when there's like an inflection point, it's very hard to stop. It's like a, you know, the snowball effect, but in a huge scale, huge, because it's organic, right? You cannot fight that, right? When it happens, and like there's no going back. So it's slower, sure, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
But like the amount of views that an influencer can get out of the PulseChain community is pretty ridiculous, right? Like I think I'm at like for August I broke 820,000 and I only have 5,000 followers. So it's like for a big influencer to come to PulseChain, like, you know, there's an immediate payoff. I think more will start to show up when they figure it out.
100%.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
All right, let's go. What do I got next here? So, let's talk about marketing. PulseChain marketing has begun. This is from Compounding Means. This is welcome to PulseChain. We love you. With a Cuban flag. So,
Ciao,
Quality
bella.
marketing.
I know you guys want to talk about the other marketing campaign, LCD screens. That is also happening, but I'm just saying that we're hitting at different angles, all right? Different angles are being hit here.
One thing leads to another, you know, like everything's connected with marketing.
Yeah.
First you get your LCD screens, then you get respect, and then you get the women. I think this from a movie.
My mouse is jammed. I don't know what happened. It's not working. Hang on. Let me see if I can.
Perfect.
Yeah, let me see if I can hack into this and fix it here. What's up, chat? Everybody smash the like button, subscribe to the channel.
The share button, kids.
Oh, got the mouse back. All right. So, shout out to you, Compounding Means. Who's Compounding Means? Do I know this person?
Dude, like compounding memes does something that I find it amazing, which is he goes to the video of like every hot girl that appears in Twitter and just chills hacks. It's fucking
He
unbelievable.
does?
Bro, it's amazing. It's like it's insane. It's
I
insane.
didn't know that.
The guy's amazing.
I think he gets around too, like outside the chain, people are following him because he puts up funny stuff, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
And that takes work, you know. It's not like, you know,
Puerto Rican.
like sometimes I'll put up funny stuff, but like it takes me a lot longer than just jotting down like a line, right? So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool he does stuff like that.
Dave Murphy.
Bro,
Dave
and I
Murphy,
think
what's
our
up, brother? Thanks,
chain,
man.
like at some point it will have the best memes. We have very good memes right now, but as we grow, like the memes in PulseChain, like for example, when players appeared and now the RH memes,
Yeah.
like those memes that are coming from those guys are absolutely fucking ridiculous. I love them. Like some of them are like just amazing pieces of work, right? With Pepe's and everything. So at some point when they get some visibility, I think they're gonna blow up, right? Very good quality, I think.
From who? Who was the person you're talking about?
There's like the RH Pepe account, right? I think it's from
okay.
Almighty. Yeah, I think it's from. He does very good Pepe
Does
memes.
he?
Yeah.
I
He
don't
does
know
very
if
good
I-
Pepe
if I've
memes.
seen that.
Yeah, he's very good at those.
Crypto 7. What's up,
but-
brother? How are you, man? Good to see you. Good to see you.
It's 7.
Yeah. There's a link.
It's
in
on
the
7
Telegram
yesterday.
too. I
He was
know.
very bullish.
I think I saw a couple minutes of that. Yo, there's a link in the Telegram. Brother, lots of curves and angles. She's a gold digger. You don't know that. Actually, you know what, man? I don't like that word, gold digger. But that's another story. That's another stream.
We're all good diggers if you think about it. So
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Let's see if I can. Okay, so this finally hit the floor. All right, it hit the streets. It hit the streets. They've been. How many have been delivered so far? You guys know? They have a number.
No idea.
I think none. 0.
Oh, none.
Zero.
Oh, none have been
Perfect.
delivered yet. Okay. Okay.
Perfect.
I don't think so.
Okay. So this
Yeah,
is. From,
I think they will start being delivered in short order. So like a week, 2 weeks.
Okay.
Probably in that 7-day range.
Okay, so
I'd guess.
this is what I posted on X in response to it. This is from yesterday, guys. So I posted. So mine was accurate. They're still in the box. They haven't actually gotten anyone's hands yet. The girls are all excited and they're waiting for them. It's so funny when somebody posted under this. There was something like, "Are they shoes for all the girls?" And I realized they're all like in sandals, which is kind of funny. Somebody noticed that. I'm saying, like, I didn't even notice that. So this is coming out. So RH posted this. So let's check it out, man. There's been a lot of talk about this. 400,000 electronic LCD tablets have been donated to charity. Volunteers are currently addressing them for home delivery. This is the largest free device giveaway with such powerful features I've ever heard of. It's made to be looked at for years. Is unlikely to be thrown away. Saves trees, money, works in the sun, is always on, only uses electricity to clear. You can even write with your fingernail if you lose the pen. It's real utility for free. Go paperless. Save trees, battery lasts for years, colorful screen looks great, always on, erase button, light and durable, kids love it. Quiet, focused, fun, no mess. Yeah, I can agree with all that. I can agree with everything you said, no doubt.
Have you seen the Ivan on Tech short clip about
No.
like it sounds like a tech review, man. It's amazing.
So,
You
okay,
need to
send me a
watch
link.
Nice.
Somebody send me a link. I'll throw it up.
that clip is amazing, bro. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It does sound like a tech review, man. it's amazing.
Ivan's working for us now, eh?
He is.
Good.
Always has been. Always has been.
Yeah.
There's going to be so many people working for us because of this. Like a bunch of ETH bros or Solana bros are going to get it who hate Richard Hart.
Yeah.
And they're going to draw a dick pic on it and they're going to post it on Twitter.
Yes.
And it's going to go freaking viral.
100%.
Like people are already
100%.
doing shit like
I
that
can see
without
that
actually
happening.
having it.
Yeah. I think it's extraordinarily brilliant. But chat, drop a link in there for the Ivan thing. I'll throw it up. I think it's extraordinarily brilliant for all those things you just mentioned. I was brainstorming. Yeah, just imagining all those things that are, and what we can't even imagine yet. It's going to be great. You can use the pen as a stand, so it stands up on its own. You just poke it in the hole at the bottom right from behind. Often you can tie the pen to the device so it's always near. Bring your own string. You can also replace the battery if you ever need to. It's a CR 2025. Random fact, people pay multiple dollars to get things shipped these days. They must value the experience of nice things waiting for them when they get home. There's rumors of a magnetic version coming. There's rumors many hundreds of thousands more are in production. Many talk a lot about making the world a better place.
I think it's going to be millions.
Millions?
Like the total count, like just from things that have been said in the past by Richard and in public Telegram rooms, it's like 200,000 per container, right? And like,
Dude,
so
you're right.
400,000 is 2 containers, and then multiply that by like 50. There's going to be 10, 12 million of these things that go out in the next year.
Dude, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
But
And
do you
I
think
this
he's
must
going to
go out
wait?
to
Do you think he's
good
going to wait
people
to see if it's if it's effective, or do you think he's just going to go and order like a bunch of them, like a million, let's say?
this kind of stuff requires planning, right? Because okay, you have a custom LCD screen thing that's being made in a factory in China. Like you can't order these 2 weeks before you need them, right?
Mhm,
Like
sure, absolutely.
the ones that are going out in the next 7 days were ordered like 3 to 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Right. So, and paid for the whole bit, right? So the ones like whatever containers are coming in the next 3 months are already bought and paid for.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So, like, there's probably some point where you could pull the plug, but even if you don't want to do this anymore, I bet you he's committed to 5 to 10 more containers minimum.
Okay.
That haven't hit the U.S. yet.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I want to see millions. I think this is so amazing. We need millions. I think we need to hit like 10, 12 million. Makes a lot of sense. I think that'll really get people really like, what the fuck is this? Who is this certain? You want people to say this when they see it. You want them to think, who the fuck do these people think they are? They're going to look it up because you know what? The next question is, who does this? Who sends out LCD screens to like 1 out of every 10 Americans, whatever it's going to be? And they'll be like, oh, this guy, Richard Hart. Oh, he's a spam king. Oh, he's built this layer 1 chain.
Maybe it's gonna be on the news. Who knows?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, totally. It's going to hit the news. The Spam King rides again. Like, That's going to be an awesome news story.
100%. Exactly, man. It's glorious. Glory's coming. Glory's
I'm
coming.
sending you
folks.
the link
Glory's coming.
to Ivan Wolf.
Okay. Crypto Dan, thank you so much for that super chat. You're amazing. You're a friend for life, brother. Thank you so much. You got a gong. Do we have any other buttons here? Oh, I forgot about all my buttons. Let's see. All right. We're reading. Glory. Okay. Dude, a few are those that volunteer or donate to actually make it happen. Lots of keyboard warriors out there. Glory to those good and honest people sweating, volunteering their time. Yeah. Heck yeah. Amazing.
Do we know
Yeah, people
how
actually
are they
had to
going to be
unload these
delivered?
trucks and
or-
stuff, right? Like, it wasn't, unload trucks and put stickers on 400,000 pieces. Like, that's not a weekend job. And unloading a trailer with,
No.
200,000 of those units is like, that's not, it's not work for little girls.
Then let me get that link. You sent it in the. Where'd you send it?
I sent
Zoom?
in the private chat here,
Private
or
chat
I
here.
think I did.
Okay, got you.
I actually haven't seen it yet, so looking forward.
Beautiful.
Are they just being delivered by community members?
Shout out to Somi.
No, we're talking mass mailer, like USPS, United States Postal
Okay.
Service.
Yeah. Okay.
Right,
And you can
like-
like scratch, catch and scratch. Is that how you call these things? It's guys. I mean, we all knew Pulse holders are special. They're in special
here we
needs
go.
class.
Oh no, here we go.
They're very, very special. They're very close to our heart. But now, he bought this from AliExpress.
Can't.
It's $2 on AliExpress. I mean, you see yourself the build quality. So I don't know what he bought 400,000. Guys, he raised billions in sacrifice. All of the PulseChain sacrificers. What do you get back? You get sketch and scratch. Is that how you say it? It's for the kids, to learn to draw a tree. So you get that back. This one is $2 on AliExpress. Okay.
Oh my
So he says, go paperless. Save trees and money. Battery lasts for years, no charging. Well, it doesn't do anything. It's a drawing pad. Etch and scratch. Is that what you say? Etch and scratch. Okay. Colorful screen looks great. Sunlight or shade. Always on and writing. like the Bitcoin blockchain. Erase button and erase locks. But this is tech review. This guy Marquis reviewing tech. He can go f himself. This is real tech review. This is tech review. Okay. Erase button and erase lock switch. Check. Fantastic. Light and durable. Kids love it. Quiet, focus, fun, no mess. You can use the pen as a stand. So you just poke a hole in the bottom right. Guys, you don't need a stand. Just poke a hole in that bottom right and it's gonna stand. Guys, fantastic. I love it. And he has a roadmap here with a magnetic version coming soon. There are rumors, hundreds of thousands more in production. Guys, if you are from PulseChain, let me know what it is. It's also very small. And you can write stuff on this scratch and etch and scratch and etch and scratch, and it says hex.com with the logo and Pulse, and it says that you get free coins if you go to this website. Maybe it's gonna work. I don't know, guys. What is this? What are we looking at here? Matt, let me know. You are from the Hex community. By the way, let me know if you are from Hex community. Smash up the like, subscribe. This was the best. See, the Solana phone and this PulseChain etch and scratch. This is the level. This is the level. Solana phone has a long way to work to the level of this etch and scratch. Oh yeah. Etch and sketch, guys. I don't know what's etch and sketch exactly. Pulse accounts, let's go. Someone said on Twitter, "What in the trailer park kitchen is this? What did you guys cook up?" anyway, I mean that's interesting, very interesting. Big shout out. Let's see what's gonna happen. Now, guys, Elon Musk. He is all in UK now. You can read yourself what he is writing. I mean, I don't know if we should be discussing that a lot, but it is kind of a big
related?
problem with all of the crime and stuff in Europe. But you now,
All right. That was hilarious. That was fucking
It was.
hilarious.
And we're gonna get a ton of guys making that same video, and they're gonna be working for us. They just don't know it.
Should we post something?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You guys want to make one with me live?
Yeah. Ooh, AI. Nice. Do Ivan? I'm on tech.
Yeah. No, oh, it doesn't know. I guess it doesn't know him. Not everybody's in there.
That's Richard given to Richard.
Maybe I
try
have to-
putting in his handle instead of Ivan on tech.
Yes. What's his handle? Like at Ivan on Tech? Like
I think so.
Something
Let's
like
double
this.
check.
I just had it up, didn't I? 2 seconds.
Yeah, at Ivan on tech.
Okay. Let's see.
Pretty cool for like instant replay though, like that. I don't know.
No. What's his real name?
It's hard. I think it's Ivan Lil Visco. Lil. How to pronounce that? It's difficult.
It's difficult. What if I just crunch this together? Will this do it? Put crypto YouTube.
Oh yeah, Ivan Lil Lilequvist.
Okay,
Good luck.
Throw in the chat. Let's
Good
try
luck
it.
with that.
Let's try it. Throw in the chat or wherever. Lidstrom. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's have some fun first. Yeah, it has no idea what that is, right? Okay. Ready? Let's do it.
Yep.
Put a little kid in there.
No.
It doesn't know him. What? Okay.
Maybe try Elon Musk or something. Elon will work.
Okay. Let's try that. Yeah, let's try. No. To let's do this. Better know who this is.
Oh, nice.
Now we got something.
Oh yeah.
Chat, smash that like button if you like where this is going.
Perfect.
Should we put her in a bikini? It won't. It probably won't. Yeah, that's fine.
Ah, it's okay. It's not bad. It's not bad.
I love you. Doesn't really need anything.
Says it all.
Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff, chat. Good stuff, team. What's up, everybody?
Perfect.
Well, what color's your bagay? Oh, fuck off then.
So, they're going out. What else were we saying? Something about Binance? Are we looking at something here? Yeah, that's it. These are going out. These guys got all kinds of marketing coming.
We love you. Want to
I
come on
think
the
one
PulseChain
thing
train?
that oh nice.
So me,
I think what would really help the marketing of these etch sketches is if they were delivered with green candles.
Yes, exactly. Do you think the price will move in the meantime as they get delivered?
I think there may be some down or sideways action, but then I think shortly before they get delivered, I feel like we're going to see green candles because that would make the marketing more effective.
Yeah, I think it's coming, and I think it lines up really well with what I'm going to show you guys in the chart. So I'm just going to show you what I'm seeing, and it should make it just pretty simple. You guys can easily make a decision what's going on. I said we do it. Let's get into it, right? Let's get into it. You guys got to see this impression, though. It's
In
hilarious.
Chongqing, China. Look at this. We're literally in the sky. Look at this. It's so high. It's so high. It's like we're walking in the sky. And the city is tremendous. If you look down there, it's like so many floors. There's so many layers about this city. And look at the way they plan their buildings. Vintage style. I love the facade, right? Density, and the density is pretty high. That means high plot ratio. More plot ratio means more homes for the society. That also means more deals, right? They're doing a pretty good job. They're doing a pretty good job. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Look at those old people. They're having fun. They're walking, taking time, chilling. It's a harmony. It's a harmony. I love this city. I love it. Guys, you know where we...
All right, let's get into it. All right, what's going on? Etch a sketch. So somebody was asking about Liberty Swap. Okay, really quick before we get into it, I remember you guys in the chat. I don't remember who was asking, but we had like couple people in a row asking about that. So let's just go deal with that right now, really quick. Liberty Swap. What do you guys? They were asking. What were you guys asking about Liberty Swap? Let me look in the search here. It was way at the front here. Talk about Liberty Swap, how you feel about them, says Malik. And then Red Bull says, any Liberty Swap chat today, fella. Okay, so how do we feel about them?
I love them, bro. I think they're doing,
Pedro, tell us,
you
man.
know, yeah, they're doing God's work in the sense of like, you know, onboarding people through memes and through, you know, that sort of path, let's say. So I like it a lot.
Well,
Besides,
and
I'm
the
not
tech
even
too, though,
talking
Pedro.
about the technology, right? The technology part, I'll leave to Fast Abdul to discuss.
So tell me, yeah, go ahead. What about you, Fast Abdul? How do you feel about them?
Well, I'm as Pedro said, I'm more focused on the tech and less on what they're doing with memes. I agree that they have a great public profile for, you know, making funny memes and stuff like that. But like they're actually allowing people to swap directly onto PulseChain from a bunch of different chains. And I believe they're working on adding Solana right now, which is going to be huge. We'll be able to transfer the entire market cap of Solana right to PulseChain. Mm-hmm. But at the moment, yeah. Oh, no, we already have Solana. Good. Yeah, USDC's from Solana, direct to PulseChain.
Yeah, they have the Solana one, yeah.
Yeah, Arbitrum, BSC, Ethereum, Base. Yeah, all direct to PulseChain. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. It's definitely cool.
And it works great. Like, it's actually faster than using the bridge.
I'll
because...
lower a little bit. I'm going on stream.
Arthur, what's up, brother? You're in the show.
Hey there.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, it's already.
What's going on, bro?
Happy Labor Day, my friends.
Happy
My
Labor Day.
beautiful PulseChain Axlicans. Love you guys.
Cheers, brother. I love you too.
Cheers.
Oh, so what do you think about Liberty Swap while you're here? Somebody was asking.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, me? You know what? I no problems with Liberty Swap,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I swapped Liberty Swap. No issues
Yeah.
at all.
I haven't had any
Until
issues.
my boy saw me cause havoc.
So why are people tied up about it? Because right here I type in Liberty Swap here in the search, and of course we get this September roadmap coming soon. Selling ETH to power our bridge and raise trading limits. But I come right below it, and the next post is from a big whale, PulseX. He says Liberty Swap are thieves and scammers. Proof below sent to me by FeeDev,
Listen,
who was backstabbed. Hang on. Who was backstabbed by
Go ahead.
Garbage Swap. I don't know what Garbage Swap is. They stole his community. They stole his community money. Facts. I'll just.
What?
So
there's a wallet.
basically what happened.
Alan.
So people send money, like devs or whatever, send money to, send tokens to Liberty Swap, right? Buy them a coffee. Some tokens they LP with the Peacock, the token that they built, let's say on Pump Tires. Other tokens they sell, like they do whatever they want, right? And basically they sold a bunch of these tokens, and they got the community got angry. Basically, that's what happened.
Okay, so they were given like certain tokens as like a donation.
Yep.
And they just immediately dumped them.
I think so.
What token? On Peacock?
What tokens were?
No, not Peacock. Some others, Sophia or whatever.
So it was like a random, an altcoin of something somebody had made.
Yeah. A Pump Tires token, basically. A Pump Tires meme coin.
Oh, okay. Well, why should they have to hold them? Because that also puts them in a situation now where it looks like they're sponsored by them if they're holding them, right? So
no, I mean they do both, right? They do some they hold, some they LP, others they sell, but they do whatever they want.
So what are people upset about?
Did they solicit donations of tokens, or are people just sending it? There's kind of a difference there.
I think they just send them. Like it's like they have a donation to send us tokens for coffee or something. It's something like that.
Fair enough.
Okay. So people are pissed that they sold it.
Yeah. Pretty much.
But that makes sense from a business point of view, because then they immediately associate themselves with the project, right? If they hold it. Am I thinking about this wrong? I don't know.
I mean, no, but anybody could send tokens to any wallet, right? Like it doesn't, if I sent tokens to your wallet, Wolf, it doesn't mean you're complicit in any way.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Okay. So you think it's wrong that they sold them? They shouldn't have done that?
Well, I guess it depends on the numbers partly too, right? Like, are we talking like $50? Or are we talking $10,000? Like, what's the, and was there a conversation beforehand? Like, if there was a conversation like, hey, send me some tokens, I'll pair them with Peacock, and then they dump them, then that's sketch. But if it just showed up in their wallet and somebody decided to press the sell button, there's other things they could have done. They could have sent it back. They could have burned it, right? Like if the coins are in your wallet, you have all the options. So
right.
Yeah, maybe not the best PR move for them, but not criminal.
They're a business, and RH they're not associated with RH. They're a business, and they're an independent business with no face. We don't know who they are. So I think people are putting a lot of, they're providing a service, and the service works. I've used it. I've moved money through it. It's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But people are losing grasp of reality about it. Like they have their own interests, their own people. We don't know who they are, and they're not a service for a free service or like a benevolent. They're just a business here, right?
Yeah, and you send somebody tokens, right? Like you've then relinquished control of those tokens. So it's.
They can sell it if they want.
It sounds like there was some misunderstanding there at the very least, but not your keys, not your crypto. Like, you sent them to a kind of de facto exchange and they sold them. Like, not shocking necessarily.
Yeah, that doesn't blow me away too much. But this person, whale.pls, actually I don't know who this is. Whale.pls, they're saying Liberty Swap will rug. You have been warned. Don't get scammed. And then he's putting a part of a conversation with Decentralize Me and Liberty Swap. Decentralizing Me said full third-party audit should be paid for immediately, or will all turn. Liberty Swap. It's not possible to conduct a meaningful audit while a contract or protocol is still in development and releasing new code on a weekly basis. This is a basic principle. Yeah.
Do we honestly think that Liberty Swap could rug if we're not locking our keys in and our pDAI, our beautiful pDAI, of course? That's where I'm getting at. If we don't lock it in and you want to swap whatever you want to swap, RH coin maxi related, you're good, as far as I know, and I've done that. But you're not locking in for interest, so I don't know how you're gonna get robbed.
As soon as your swap is done, as soon as the swap goes through, like if you're on base, you want to trade USDC on base for pDAI on PulseChain.
Right.
Which I'm not advising, then as soon as you receive it in your wallet, you're done with Liberty.
Exactly.
You could remove your
Exactly,
permissions
and you go to
and stuff like that.
revoke.cash and you remove your permissions and you're all good to go. If you don't want to go through the bridging process on PulseChain, you want an easier transition, Liberty Swap has been the option. I understand everything that's gotten through Better Bank and caused a sour smell for us pDAI maxis. I get it. But I still don't agree with the Liberty Swap hate, especially our boy Sami.
What happened? What
with.
happened to Sami? What happened?
He denounced Liberty Swap right after Better Bank. That's what happened.
That was funny. That was
right.
funny.
Actually, I do remember that. Yeah, that was like.
That's 100% what happened. And then Liberty Swap denounced pDAI as our coin in his protocol. So I don't even know if pDAI is available on Liberty
It is.
Swap.
It's available. Yeah,
it's because he denounced it for a second. He said, "Whatever."
Yeah, but
I think they took it out of
I think they were like,
top
it's
10
not
list
good,
or
but
whatever.
do whatever you want, guys, right?
Yeah. Listen, we all love each other. I hope, all of us together.
We can hold hands for the duration of the.
That's the
bull
game
market.
plan, bro. You're right, bro. We should hold hands. Because you know what? God willing, 3 weeks from now, the Fed drops 0.5 point, and then we all pump, and that's some, and that's the game plan. Because we're still early, and we haven't had our euphoria, and we're all patiently waiting. And for the ones less unfortunate, they got it fudded out, and it's depressing as it could be. Because if you're in 4 or 5 years of this bear market, it's gotten challenging. It has.
Pups, look, just be smart. Like, you don't know who they are. You have no idea. None. Like, just do your due diligence. Be smart. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't assume either way. Just do your, wallet, good, what you call it, like, good wallet.
Yeah, Saint, let me ask
habits and
you a
stuff.
question, brother. I love you. I love you more than I love you, brother. Let me ask you a question. All right, and all good to Liberty Swap and nothing but love for them.
Yeah, I'm not
if
giving
we go
good or
in and
bad to
out
him. I'm
of
just saying
Liberty
just be
Swap,
smart. Yeah.
if we go in and out of Liberty Swap and revoke cash, we're good. We have no risk, right? It's not like we're locking in for interest.
There's
we're
always
going
risk.
in and out to swap 15 grand at a time. You're in and out. What are you risking?
There's always
That's it.
risk. There's always risk.
What, 15K?
Yeah, I mean, it's not just the amount you're putting in. It can be sometimes people who get entrenched in a community or through other ways that you can't really imagine right now. And then if they do something, it affects a lot of other things. There can be like like a deleveraging of sorts of other systems.
A little bit
breaking
more
down.
complex.
Yeah, because they're coming in and starting to create webs and stuff like that. And somebody has like not. It's not even that they may or may not have
Could be
good
the
or
next
bad
thing.
intentions. They just may
Right.
not be.
It could lead
sussed
to
out.
another thing.
Yeah, it could lead to another thing. Yeah, there's always risk, man, and everything. Yeah, so just
I got it.
treat it like it's
I
a
got it.
business here, and is what it is.
I got it. So are we denouncing Liberty Swap?
I think people look. Here's what, because somebody mentioned something about the community, or they had said that Somi had just said that how many times did people come in and take advantage of the community? So it's true. I do remember Somi had posted something like that. So the thing that the community does, they jump quick to pedestalize people. We have a lot of like simps in general, but there's nothing wrong with that, man. It's okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with being like a very pleasing person and having like a very Gentile type personality and very gentle. It's okay, man. Like, especially if you're around people that are good, they will like respect that and hold that space for you. Okay. But understand that sometimes when you're that way, you can easily also pedestalize people very easily because your emotions, people that are very smart, because crypto is filled with very, 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 very smart people. Okay, these markets are designed by some of the smartest people on the planet Earth. Okay, like CZ, like all these people are brutally intelligent people. Okay, and they can create a form or a mask or a system that's very comforting, or that can hit your emotional buttons. And I've seen this over and over, where people come to this community and they get pedestalized. I mean, even before I was making content, I remember how fast Pulse Latina got pedestalized. Pulse, and I wasn't making content then, man. I've actually gone out with real women in the real world, and I can tell you what women sound like and what they don't, and what the chances of a woman who looks like that talking like that is, and it's virtually slim to none. Okay, it's never.
Listen, when you get married and you meet your beautiful wife,
Yeah.
you put her on a pedestal.
Okay.
Because that's what we're supposed to do as guys. So if you're blessed to meet your beautiful, gorgeous wife,
okay, fine.
always remember, put her on a pedestal.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that's what our women are supposed to be.
That's exactly what I'm talking
I don't know.
about.
I think setting a low bar early in the
Arthur, you
marriage
just proved my
pays off
point.
in the future. You don't want the bar too high at the start.
Saying I love
A
you.
low bar.
You know how much I love you. I can't wait to meet you guys. I can't wait. Well,
Oh,
I was
man.
lucky enough.
We're in trouble.
I was lucky enough
Pedro gets it.
Yeah. I met
to
Ari.
meet a couple of you guys. Nothing but love, guys. Always. Always.
Oh man. So yeah, it's just a matter of like, don't put stuff up on a pedestal, especially if you don't even really know who they are. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just you got to be careful.
People need to prove themselves,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
so when something pops up, unaudited code, new protocol,
Yeah.
right? You should be very cautious. Liberty Swap has a couple riders though, right? Which to me, the first one, and we've talked about this before here, but the first one was like basically the first place anyone heard of Liberty Swap was Richard Hart tweeting about it. He did not endorse it, but he said, "Hey
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
check this out," or something like
Yeah.
that, which is very rare. So it's it kind of gave people the feeling of some sort of safety, or that he may have been involved, which may or may not be true. But like, how did he know about it when like nobody else did, and had enough confidence to be like, "Hey, look at this," right? Like, I feel like he had some sort of edge to know that this was safe enough. I hope I'm never proven wrong, but I still think that's true.
Yeah, I agree with that statement.
I agree
by the
with
way.
what you're saying there.
I agree with that.
Yeah. But still, I even though, and he did that, and I saw that, and it gave me confidence to use it, still not going to pedestalize him, right, or anybody, right?
Sure.
It takes time. So,
So what about
too,
Better
right?
Bank?
The girl too. It takes time. It takes a long time, right?
What about Better Bank?
Better Bank.
Richard did not tweet about
What
Better
about
He
Better
didn't- he
Bank?
did
The
not-
bigger picture.
He didn't.
I
post
mean,
about
we're putting this emphasis on Liberty Swap. Meanwhile, Better Bank is the one who should be all more under a microscope. Even though
fair enough. Crypto Princess, what's happening? Long time no see. Hope you're good. Thanks for the flowers. Always bringing the good vibes. Yeah, Better Bank.
So what was the Better Bank deal?
So what's the verdict
I
now?
wasn't
Inside
that
job.
close
We
on
gotta
it.
get the charts. What's the verdict on Better Bank?
Going to the moon. But like, what was the hack, Pedro? Like, what actually happened?
Yeah. What happened?
To
Oh,
be
wait,
honest,
wait,
I
wait.
didn't. The only thing I know it was from crypto Twitter. I didn't check the transactions or
Okay.
anything. What I think happened was
Inside job.
no. Actually, I know what happened. It was like with the incentive token that they had, right, for the liquidity providing, like somebody, right, was able to inflate that into infinity and basically just dump it against the other pools, retrieve the money from the other pools, and then dump that sum against the pairs that they had there. Basically, that's what happened, I believe.
Okay, and it's a fork of Aave, I understand, and it was kind of combined with this Ponzi token. But like how did the hack work though? Like how I heard that pDAI got hacked.
No,
How were they able to...
they basically were able to empty all the pools. Basically, that's what they were able to do, and I believe it was through inflating one of the tokens that was linked to those pools, I guess.
Okay.
That's what I saw. But if you ask me if I saw, like, I went to the blockchain, no, I did not. I was on holidays for the past month and a half, so no blockchain, just from Twitter.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Sashko says, true or saying, most smart people make you believe they are skits. I don't know. They can make you believe anything. That's all I'm saying. There's a brilliant people running this thing. Look, one of my friends is a market maker for one of the biggest market maker firms in crypto. And I usually meet up with him and have coffee with him like every 4 or 5 weeks or so. He travels a lot between here and Dubai and somewhere else he goes to. And I can't tell you who he is or what firm, obviously, right? There's only a few really big market makers. So, man, look, man, these people are smart, man. They're really, really smart. They can shape themselves and shape shift whatever it is. Narratives are everything, man. Narratives are everything. Just keep your wits about you, right? Don't just be too eager to throw somebody on a pedestal or a system or anything, right? That's all I'm saying.
Guys, my son got stung by a bumblebee in his eye.
Oh.
I'll see you guys later. I love you guys.
Shit. All right.
Oh, sorry.
Good luck, bro.
Yeah,
Bye,
take care,
guys.
man.
Hope you get
Bye,
better.
guys.
Panic. It'll be all right. Yeah.
Bye, guys.
All right,
I'm
good
out
luck. Good luck.
panicking. Bye, guys. Love you guys. Bye.
See you, buddy.
Love you, Artie.
Ooh, that sucks. It's still summer,
That's
so.
Yep, he's on it. Hey guys, I'm getting some secret DMs from Frank White here,
Okay.
and he's telling me that the Better Bank had a custom LP pool that was allowed to mint their Steam token, and that was where the hack was coming from that allowed it to get drained.
Right.
So it was admin keys, I guess.
And the problem was pointed out in an audit, right? So they had an audit that was pointed out. I don't know if the audit was public or not, but they probably didn't understand the problem, so therefore didn't fix it. Sounds like the conclusion that Frank is feeding to me.
Fair enough. I think that's kind of what I've heard, something similar. So it seems like
public
some
audit. So
consensus
public
there.
audit pinpointed the problem, and they didn't take out the problem. So like when you have a team that doesn't know code and runs it up on AI, even if they audit it, right? Like it's, this is where this kind of problem comes from. Thanks, Frank.
Thanks, buddy. Really appreciate that. Jebediah Dean, what's happening? So like you, Pubs, can I be back? I'll be back in 1 minute. You guys gonna be all right?
Yeah.
Absolutely, sir.
All right, hold the fort.
Is that the PulseChain chart, Abdul? I think
This
it
is
is.
Bitcoin.
I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Oh,
Okay.
I was like, wow, you
wish
guys
it was
really don't look
Bitcoin.
at charts, do you? All right, up here.
I know,
Going
bro.
to the
Don't worry.
moon. PulseChain's going a little on the sideways today.
I haven't
Still,
checked, to be honest. I think like in a couple of days, I guess. So I assume
Four zeros and a 4, so it's not
Could be worse, could
not
be
the
worse.
best it's ever been. But I think this is the time to get in for new people or to replenish your bags, because like we know this marketing is going to hit. We have dates, we got numbers. I think a mysterious benefactor will likely make green candles timed with the marketing, which may result in more green candles. I have no proof of this. This is not financial advice.
But
the
look,
dream I had.
if you ask me, it makes no sense. Like, and this is like from just Pedro speaking, right? I have no special information, but like it's insane if you ask me that Richard would like commit to producing 400,000 devices, distributing those devices, reaching people, and not care about the price. That makes absolutely no sense at all. Like no sense at all, to be honest.
Nope.
So yeah.
And like it does make sense that the marketing would work better if you could entice people with FOMO simultaneously, right?
Exactly.
So, like,
Exactly.
you know, I think there's going to be a combination here, and I think it's ridiculous that people are sleeping on it. That you know that like, oh no, PulseChain's down right now. I don't like this doodle board. Like, it's not like if you're in the
Exactly.
community already, it's not for you. But like so many people in the community do like the doodle board. I put up a Twitter post today saying like, who would buy this on eBay for $100? And like, you know, like people responded like, oh yeah, I'm totally gonna buy one, right? Like on eBay for
I would
$100.
100% buy that one for like 100, like 100, like yes, yes, please.
RH
let me buy
collector
it.
item, right?
Exactly,
So
exactly.
like if that happened, it would actually be great for the marketing because like, you know, like, oh, Richard Hart sent you something that was worth $100. You could sell it on eBay right now to an army of hexicans bidding to buy it.
Maybe they even have like serial numbers or something, and one of them has like 4 5s or something, and that one is gonna be worth like $1,000. Who
Oh,
knows?
totally. I want the Quattro Cinco.
I can definitely see that
sketch
happening.
pad, yeah.
100%.
You hear that, Wolf? We're selling these things on eBay now.
Are you?
Yes.
Wait.
$100 a pop.
Who's,
Yeah.
is,
How many? How many do you want?
oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, if he's going to release 10 million of them, they're not going to be that rare soon, right? It's got
Well,
knows?
but
I'm gonna hoard
they're
them
not
all.
going to the people that want them. The people who are like, please send me one, are not going to get it, right?
Yes.
It's going to different people. So, you know, even if there are 10 million, how many of those 10 million are hexicans who are like, wow, I'd really like a Richard Hart sketchpad, right? Probably almost none. So there, I think there'll be that secondary market, which will be hilarious.
Oh yes, for sure.
Like, or people will like, they'll post it on Twitter, be like, I got this PulseChain sketch thing. I don't know what it is. I don't know who Richard Hart is. And like hexicans will respond, I'll give you $100, right? Like that'll be hilarious.
Maybe we should already build a secondary market for them, you know, for just in case secondary market ready to go.
Okay, we could tokenize this, Pedro.
Of course.
You know, real world assets.
Exactly.
This is a
exactly.
perfect example. Yeah.
It's the best
Okay,
example. It's the best real world asset. It's one that people actually want. So yes,
Yeah.
it's the best.
That'd be pretty funny actually if we could tokenize it.
100%.
Yeah, and like you'd be able to mail it in. You mail it in, we send you the token to your wallet, right?
Boom.
Which you can sell if you want to, right? And then or you burn a token, and then we send you the device. There
Exactly.
we go.
Exactly.
Yeah, it'll be easy.
Jebediah Dean says, my point is that RH did mention a scam coin in a positive light, and then a while later it rugged bad. So, yeah, in all fairness, like, I'm not saying anything bad about any of these protocols at all, but he did also mention Pulse Latina, didn't he, or something like that? Or he has mentioned people.
Never.
Oh, he did.
I don't
okay.
remember that, man.
Or he
No, I don't
followed
think
her,
so.
or did
Pulse
he
Latina?
retweeted her or something? I thought there was something about that. I wasn't
Was?
making content
Really?
then, or so I don't remember.
Already
But
back.
maybe, but I don't remember that, to be honest.
I don't remember him mentioning any scam coin ever. Artie, everything okay?
Yeah, how'd it go?
Yeah. My wife took him in emergency care with my sister-in-law and my niece and nephew. So there was no room in the car for me. I was like, all right, I'm going back on stream.
Sounds
He
good.
got stung.
I'm sure
He
it'll be
got
fine.
stung right
Mhm.
under the eyelid.
Jesus.
And
Oh,
so we started AI and Googling and was just like, take him to urgent care.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we started seeing it swelling up.
Yeah,
so
because they
It
they
happens.
buzz right
It
around
happens.
here because of sweat and everything. They come like right
Yeah.
here, and then you go to hit 'em
guys,
and-
I'm in Oyster Bay Cove, Long Island, New York. So
nice.
yeah, it looks like the hand.
we see it all here. I mean, it happens.
Yeah,
It happens.
It happens, man.
Most important thing is not to worry
Yeah.
in life.
Yeah, it's gonna be okay, man. That's gonna be all right.
Thank you for having me back.
So, let's go anytime, brother. You're welcome anytime.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's go, man. We got to dive into this. We got actually quite a bit to cover here because I know you guys are gonna have a lot of questions, and there's been there's a lot of craziness out there. So I'm just gonna keep it really simple. I'm not gonna make anything complicated. I'm not gonna get too into the weeds in the economy and Trump tariffs and blah 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 because at the end of the day, I'm in crypto. It cycles. And there's certain things I'm just going to show you in the charts. I just go off the charts, man. I just go off the charts. That's it. I don't care what the president's doing or who's doing what or what's happening at the Fed. It's just charts. Because big money knows stuff before we know. Just like when ETH broke an important trend line in December, like big money will let you know. They know shit before they know. And their clues
It's
are
written in the
charts.
price, right?
Yeah. Their footprints are in the chart.
Perfect.
And if you have the eye for it, you can catch it and you know something's wrong. It's like in the Matrix when that screen's going and then the guy's like, wait a minute, what happened right there? And that's what it's like. Pedro, you remember in December when I was like, hey, ETH can't break that line?
100%.
3 episodes in a row, I was yelling. I'm like, yeah, you can't break that support right there. Right now, you can't do that. So it's like that same thing. It's like there's all this code, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, is that a cat, or did you see that twice, or whatever he says in the Matrix? So it's like that. So let's just keep it really simple, man. We're just gonna look at the charts and look for the clues in the charts. So here's Bitcoin.
I like that approach, bro. By the way, so I absolutely love that approach.
That's it. Yeah. So here's Bitcoin up into the right, beautiful curve, very elegant. We are over here. We're at 108,490. We're the highest Bitcoin's ever been. All right. I'm going to come over here to this chart. I think this is one where you have my channel. This channel I've had since 2023. Okay. It's just been up and to the right. It's been in this channel. Okay. Last show we were mucking about here. I don't think we need this right now.
Amazing.
It's just in this channel. It's been the easiest bull run they're saying really we've ever had in some ways. Because we haven't had any major corrections. Now, okay, so we have fallen out of the channel right now, okay? I'm hoping for this. Well, that's not important right now. Okay, so what happened? Okay, let me get rid of that too. I don't need that right now. Okay, so you can see over here back in April 2025, we fell out of this channel, okay? The channel low would have been 80,000. We dropped all the way down to 74,000, and then we recovered pretty quickly, all right? Came right back in. And I remember this was a big deal because remember Bob Lucas? Now, Bob Lucas is just an old-time Bitcoin guy, very warm gentleman, always been posting, just a very positive guy. A lot of people like to listen to what his attitude is about the market. So he he de-risked quite a bit of Bitcoin right here. Okay, he openly was like, look, I'm selling. Okay, so this was a scary point for a lot of people. And it makes sense if I'm showing you this blue channel and we've been in it the whole time. We've wicked under it a few times, maybe here October 23. But look at this. Every time it touches the bottom of this blue channel, it bounces, okay? Except right here, right when Bob Lucas sold, because a lot of people got spooked. He's an older guy. So, you got to think 2 timelines for him. He was like, you know what? I'm happy with 80,000, right? Whatever he sold a little bit at, which I think is fine. That's a great price to take some profits. And we fell out, right? But we came right back into the blue channel very quickly. Now, where are we at now? Well, we're kind of breaking out of it a little bit right now. So let's go a little closer here. All right. Now, I haven't touched the blue channel. You can see we're getting rejected at it. All right. We fell out on this candle. Let me draw this trend line. What's this? Yeah, and we're wicking below this trend line, which is definitely a sign of weakness right now. Okay. And we're underneath the channel. And the channel, to get back in, we need to get above 109-ish, 110-ish. Okay.
Can I ask you a question,
Yes,
Wolf? Quick one.
Yeah.
Do you think this is related to altcoins? So Bitcoin falling out of the channel this time could be related to altcoins, or no?
Yeah, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how it's all going to lead together. Well, possibly. But it should tie all together because I'm going to show you the thing. But it could be connected. It's always connected. It's all connected, man. This is a king. If this completely falls apart, it's not necessarily good. I mean, you could just quickly get some blow off tops, but it needs to still hold and still have strength for the crypto market, right? It can't just fall apart. That's not good because this is a risk asset. This is like kind of the king of the risk assets, right? So if this falls apart, I mean, alts are gonna fall. It can't collapse, is what all I'm saying, right? Because it could signal to the market something more worse happening. But look, so we fell out a little bit. All right, so we need to get back in now. Here's what I love about it, and here's what I don't like about it. And I'm going to show you both, and then I'm going to show you how the altcoins and Ethereum fit into all this, all right? Everybody knows equities are at all-time high. I'm not going to spend a lot of time because we'll end up spending hours, okay? But we're at all-time high on everything, all right? What's interesting is we're underneath the resistance line. Dude, are you kidding me? Did I draw that? When did I draw this? I have to go back. It's literally, look at this. Damn, that's pretty crazy. Okay, That's pretty cool. It's right under this trend line. I haven't looked at this chart in a second. We're at all-time high on everything. All right, so let's go back to Bitcoin. Now, I'm going to show you what worries me and why I'm okay right now as well. Okay, so really quick, let me show you what has me worried. Okay, this is a line, this is a chart that I just draw trend lines on, like crazy trend lines all over the place, connecting things in the way I do. But the pink lines are very important, okay, on this chart. The white ones I'm just sketching about, looking for other places. Now this pink line down here is that blue channel we've been on, right? Which you saw in the other thing. It's just an important support, okay, going up on this whole bull run. And you can see where Bob Lucas de-risked. It was April, okay? We fell out, we came right back in and immediately rose back on that pink line. Now we've fallen out again. We're seeing a rejection right now, which is bad. There's no doubt about it. It's bad. But we've done it before and we've gotten back in. Now, why I say it's bad is this. If I come here to 2020 or 2021, I just drew a trend line from the tops, the peaks of the cycle highs, which was 64 and 69, right? And I connected it all the way across my chart to where we are now. And lo and behold, it connects perfectly, okay? It hits all those peaks in December of 24. It hits over here in January of 2025. It was resistance. We were constantly rejected. Here, I'll make it a little darker. And finally, here on July 27th, we got above that pink line going back to 2021 once again, so you guys can see it. That's all it is. There's nothing special about this line. It's just a resistance. Beautiful inverse head and shoulders here. We're all hoping for excited, woohoo, for the big, massive upside move here on Bitcoin, right? But we've hit this trend line multiple times and been rejected. Then here we go with another beautiful inverse head and shoulders. And this is starting to get eerily reminding me of like ETH for like 2 years straight, right? Here's another inverse head and shoulders. Gorgeous, gorgeous inverse head and shoulders right here. Okay, you guys see that, right? I can draw this for you. So you got, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Okay, you see that, right? So you got this smaller inverse head and shoulders inside a bigger inverse head and shoulders, super fucking bullish, right? Just like ETH was. Remember, it was like a bunch of inverse head and shoulders inside of a bigger one, right? And here's the other one, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Okay, just amazing, right? So we get rejected. We got above it finally. Good. We got rejected on the 14th and on the 11th. The 14th of July and on the 11th of August. And we've fallen now below again of this trend line, which is now resistance now, which was support. Okay, because we bounced really good, looked great. We got a double top right there. Come here, buddy. We got a double top, total rejection right there. Pretty much the baseline price really didn't want to go over 120. That's where all the candles end. That's where it was always rejected to, about 120. Not good looking wicks on the weekly at all. Not good looking candles at all. 2 in a row, 1, 2, double top, and now we're coming down. Okay, so do you guys understand why this line is concerning for me? Because it's a major line of an inverse head and shoulders, extraordinarily bullish. Okay. And then you have this other little inverse head and shoulders inside here, okay, that we were rejected from multiple fucking times, okay? And we just finally got above it, and we've been slammed underneath it again with some decent volume, with some strong candles. Yeah? Okay? So it's like, why, if it's so ultra bullish, is being smacked down, you know what I mean, right here. And the other problem is we got smacked down below that line, and we also came under this line of the channel that's been going up, right? So it's underneath two like really important areas, all right? And I'm going to show you, we're right now underneath where a lot of resistance now, right? Now, the price is 108 right now. To get back to sanity, where I'm like strong, we need to get above 114. 114 now, it's going to get higher and higher. It'll be 115 soon, right? We need to get above this pink line, which was the one going all the way back to 2021, okay? We need to get above that. I think that's an important one, okay? And the further we go out, the higher that gets, because the channel is also increasing vertically as well, right? Because we're expecting this to be the last phase of the bull market, which is the most vertical phase, okay? You guys understand that, right? like a hockey stick, right? You can see how all these go vertical at the end, okay? All the bull runs, okay? So at some point we're expecting a strong impulsive move to the upside, very, very strong, right? Just like very vertical, right? And where does it go? I don't know. But so that's the bad. That's the bad. And then of course you can add to that all the narratives you want. I'm just going off charts, but you can add to that tariffs are in effect, you know, Fed issues, well, there's supposed to be a war, there's riots everywhere, blah, blah, blah. I don't care about that. I just look at the charts, but you can add to it all that. So you got this cacophony of some negative stuff. I guess Binance was selling recently, right? Who else was de-risking, whatever, right? So there's some people selling. Now, if I come over here to the MACD, you've got a... I don't know a lot of buttons today. Oh. If I come over here to the MACD, I'm going to turn it on down a little bit. Oh, it's already down. It's too strong, man. A little more chill. Yeah, I need this. Okay. So we got the on the weekly, you can see the MACD's crossing over, okay? You can see we crossed back here in April. You can see in January 2025, we had that big bull run right there. And we're getting this cross, okay? And it's on the weekly right now. And I can go to the monthly and show you guys what that looks like. So monthly, we're just making a move down. But it's nothing like, it's not a big deal right now. That's not a problem. I'm just showing you guys. I'm just showing you guys that, you know, we're recording it. I'm not concerned about that. Of course, there's a little bit of bearish divergence with just general, you know, RSI coming down a little bit as price goes up. That's totally natural, totally normal in any kind of bullish environment, okay? But nothing that I'm losing my mind about right now, all right? Nothing has me that worried right now, except for these trend lines we got to get below. Let's see. But I want you to see this, and I'm going to show you some really bullish stuff, okay? So there's a little bit of red printing here. If you go back and you can see, if we come back here before this went parabolic here in 2021, if you come here to the MACD on the weekly, you can also see obviously the COVID. You had a little bit of a dump, but you can see right here where the MACD was given a bit of a cross on the red, which was right here. You see this on September 28th, 2020. Look where that point was. Look what happened right after that. I really want you guys to notice this, okay? So let me make the MACD really big so you guys can see this. Here's a MACD cross on the weekly right here. You guys see that? The red goes under the blue. I mean over the blue. The blue goes under the red for a little bit, and we even start printing red down here in the volume, like in the volume, right? So if you were here, I remember this. Because I had Bitcoin, and I had a friend of mine who's a trader who's like, hey man, you should dump that shit. This doesn't look good. And I don't know if he was looking at this, but there was other macro things that were bearish at the time. I'll never forget it. Remember? I remember this. And I remember he was telling me to dump Bitcoin all the way. We went up to like 16, 17. He's like, dude, you need to sell that shit. And even at 30K, he's like, you need to sell that. I ended up taking profits at like 55K and 45K or something like that. But I went much higher than what he was saying, right? So there was bearish stuff like all in this period, okay? And you can see it recorded right here in this MACD, okay? Where it was turning red. Everything was like bearish suddenly. But look how fast, now I'm gonna go here to this chart. If you go back to that date of September, end of September, right here, look what happened within a few weeks. Look at the move here. From that date, just Bitcoin went up 470%, 5x. And look how fast it did it. It did it in October to April, 6 months? 6 months, guys. And look how bearish it was here. Look at the MACD on the weekly, bearish as fuck. Everything not looking good, okay? So if I come forward here to where we are now, yeah, I don't like that we're underneath an important da-da-da-da-da. I have to like point it out. Okay, fine, we are, yeah, but you know what? We're also getting a little bit of that MACD thing too, but like I said, we've seen that before. Stock is already down at the bottom. You know what I mean? So what if coming very soon is a very impulsive move to the upside, just like in 2020. And this is just the ultimate bear trap. Okay, which people have talked about before. I think we talked about it on the last live stream, that we could just be at a really strong bear trap right here, and we're about to like get media attention and just absolutely go vertical, you know. And as you saw from 2020, how much happened in 6 months in 2021, right? So if in October of 2020, if you bought into that bearish signal that I just showed you guys on the MACD and that we were down here, and remember, people were buying BTC for $4,000, so it already got all the way up to 12,000. So you're up 4x. I mean, that's huge, right? You just did a 4x within a few months here if you bought that low. So a lot of people got really bearish,
especially for Bitcoin.
Yeah, for Bitcoin, and alts did even bigger numbers, right? But right after this, little fear, man, it went parabolic, absolutely parabolic. All right, so that's something to keep in mind. Now I want to show you what's going on with altcoins. Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on ETH because the show's going to get really long, but I'll just touch on it for 2 seconds. I'll do it. What's up? Who's that? That's somebody else coming here in the green room. Gary.
I'll just touch on it.
What's up, brother?
For 2 seconds.
Let me put you guys up.
Great.
All right.
Hey, man.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Gary.
Let's see if I don't.
Can I be heard? I don't know.
Oh, no.
I see myself.
Yeah, hang on 1 second. I have a special setup for 4 people, but I don't have it. I don't feel like I didn't set it up. It's been a while since we had more than 3 people on the show. So
You don't have to put me on camera if you don't want to, or don't have space.
no, I'm just gonna do it manually, old school, like I did way back in the day when I first started doing this. We're gonna do it old school. Which one's this? Okay.
I caught you.
I sent you a DM today, Gary.
What'd you say?
I sent you a DM today, Gary. I want to know if anything came of your post about PulseChain on Base, on some DEX on Base, and that it might be a way to get us directly connected to Coinbase. Was there any more research done on that?
Who responded to that? I think that, I don't know if it was Liberty Swap because they were tagged into it or something. Like they had responded to it. I think Crypto Coffee had responded to it, and there was kind of naysaying. I don't know if it was because Base Chain versus being listed on Base Chain, even though it lets the Coinbase app basically list anything that's on. What is it, Velodrome or Aerodrome? I guess it's on Aerodrome, right? Is that right? Yeah. So if it's listed on Aerodrome as a token and it has an address on Aerodrome, then it automatically is seen by Coinbase app users.
And they can buy it directly?
Yeah, and they can buy it directly. So basically it exports or moves over directly. And again, it becomes the liquidity question, like who wants to put liquidity over there? And a lot of like the guidance in the past was either directly from Richard saying, where should liquidity from the community be put and things like that. And I don't know that he participated that much with the MEXC central exchange narrative that some people put liquidity on and stuff. So I don't know, like liquidity has always been a question when it comes to what does the game theory expert think is good, right? Back in the day, as far as Hex, originally people, when Uniswap was becoming a thing, even during the AA, people that were supporters of Hex token put liquidity on Uniswap. But then there was like some negativity from Richard in different streams, and it kind of seemed that he wanted to control all of the LP that was on Uniswap instead of it being, the risk of impermanent loss and all that stuff like that. So I don't know. I think it's good just because it's visible, it's advertising, but I don't know who needs to put LP over on Base Chain.
We need some sort of whale sponsorship, obviously, to make it actually functional. Like if I put up $50 there, I don't think I'm moving the ticker. But if there was like $100,000, a couple $100,000 a Pulse that you could buy directly with the Coinbase app, if it works that way, I think that's more than interesting. I'm
Well,
surprised.
it becomes
You know
the
what? It's very
arbitrage bot.
interesting. We're talking about tickers and moving things because last I saw Gary. Much love. Good to see you,
Yeah,
brother.
good
Miss
seeing
you,
you.
bro.
Yeah, it's good seeing you, man.
So yeah, not too long ago, maybe 3, 4, 5 days ago, X amount of moving pDAI didn't move. Is what I'm saying. So something's messing around with there because if I recall, months ago, 6, 7 months ago, the same amount that I moved 4 or 5 days ago, didn't move the ticker at all 4 or 5 days ago compared to what I did 3, 4 months ago. So that's it. So I'm saying, so the liquidity is interesting, moving around.
Well,
Guys,
and
if you don't,
again,
Bullish.
if you don't mind,
arbitrage between chains has been a thing for a long, long time since this chain launched.
if you,
Buck and others have had bots operating as arbitrage basically the entire time, and they've made a killing. They've made great money just arbitraging between Ethereum and PulseChain. And so, what kind of volume does Base get? What does it? It's supported by a central exchange. It has a lot of political connections now. Is it going to be more volume, even with USD1 that launched or whatever, and all the stablecoin narratives? Yeah, it's interesting again. Like, do you see the world as a multi-chain, or do you see this as a tribal world still in crypto, where one chain rules them all, or one chain is the only one you care about? Like, I don't really know how to even explain what happens in crypto anymore.
guys, let's wrap about it. I love you guys, but I want to get through this where we are in the charts before I get completely turned around. And then
Sorry,
and then we'll come back and we'll chat about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Go for it, man.
yeah. So BTC, I showed you guys the concerns I had, but I wanted to also show you guys why I would also be extremely bullish by showing you guys what just simply happened in 2020. I'm not even going back to 2017 or blah, blah, blah. There's some really cool parallels as well I could have shown you. But just very simply, going just back to 2020 gave me enough information to be able to look at the chart and think like, okay, there's concerns, but there was also concerns right then in the last cycle. You know what I mean? And so there's some really interesting bullish stuff as well. Okay. Now Ethereum, I'm not gonna get into this because I also want to get to Pulse and some other stuff as well. So just really quick, we're at 42.63. It looks fine. Also, just broke that uptrend a little bit, but I'm not really that concerned about it because we're above some really important levels here. And we look fine. Sure, we could consolidate, but I'm just thinking we have a little bit of sideways. And I'm so bullish on it right now that I'm just going to leave my up and to the right white line for now. So I'm happy with that. So what I do want to show you, though, is I don't need to show you anything else except others. Okay? That's it.
Before we move to that,
Yes.
can you elaborate just a tiny bit on Ethereum? Ben Cohen's making his
What's he
commentary,
saying?
his tweets about 21 SMA. So are you saying that above 3,800, 3,900 is still a safe zone as far as entry or wait?
So the 21's ending up at 3,800. Is that where it's at?
It's like 3,870 or something like that. Ben Cohen just makes a lot of, and again, he's more Bitcoin maximalist, but he's still Ethereum. It's an Ethereum cycle more than an other cycle at the moment.
Look, it's too technical for this part of the cycle. You need bigger strokes right now. You can't do this kind of stuff when you're near what could be a big breakout at the top of a crypto cycle or at the bearish point, because everything is going to lead you in the wrong direction. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
everybody, like when we were like, for example, I bought BTC at 15.7, okay, and people told me I was batshit crazy. Okay, I'm gonna make this really quick because I know we don't want to get lost in the weeds here. Okay, because there's nothing here that would have necessarily told you this was not going to go lower, like this wasn't good, right? And it's going to look ultra bearish at the bottom, especially in crypto, and it's going to look very bullish at the top. All right, and so if you get too caught up in the weeds with that, I think you're just going to get turned around. I look at bigger things like the bigger structure and stuff like that. Yeah, I could kick on. I like the 8 EMA a lot. I like yeah, you can look at the 21. I have let's see. Wait, we were looking at ETH for that. Let's go back to the ETH, and I'll see where my lines are. I have this box, okay? I draw these boxes, right? So the bottom of my box is 37. Then the main box is between 3,900 and 4,200. Okay. What level did he say? You said 3,800?
That's the box. You nailed basically the same thing he's saying as far as a box.
Okay, great.
So yeah, it's the same window.
Okay, so I have a lot of, and so I just do this first before I turn. You guys notice, I'll rarely turn on a Bollinger Band. I'll rarely turn on a moving average. I always try to get all my information from the candles and the structure first, and I've said that before. I am happy to kick on tons of stuff and EMAs and Pi Cycle and this and that, but I've trained myself to not need it. All right, unless I have to check my work. So if I just take a trend line back here on Ethereum from 2021 and I draw it across the highs that I think are important, this is where we broke in December and fell apart, where we are now. That line, if right now, is below us at 38.99, and guess where my bottom of my rectangle is? 38.99. So there's a lot of confluence right there. So a ton of support right there. I don't think we're going to go under there. To be totally honest, I mean, it's possible to scare people. Who knows what it could be? You have tons of support under us. I think ETH is looking actually pretty good. Wouldn't get too caught in the weeds. They could sit.
He says basically the same thing. He says if it goes, significantly lower, like in the 3,000s, whatever, then it'd be likely into bull cycle. But if it's, if it touches SMA 21 week, and like you said, 38.99 or 38.80 or whatever his number was, and then it bounces up and it goes into the, close to 5,000 or 5,500, something like that.
Right. So, for example, if I was trading, I would kick on certain moving averages and just have, just like playing blackjack, I would just have some rules for myself with ETH and the 21 or whatever it was for the certain asset, and you would use it. But for what I'm doing and the way I show you guys, I don't even need to kick it on because the lines I draw end up lining up pretty well usually. So we have a lot of confluence too with this support line here, this resistance right here, which would become support if we did drop, which looks like around 3,500, but I doubt we're going there if we're really going to move up. If we start falling apart and we break under, dude, if we break under 34, what's below us right now? If we break under 3,400, we got problems on ETH, and I just don't see us doing that right now. So, okay, so let me go to what I really want to show you. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on ETH in the show. I want to get to Pulse as well and show you some stuff. But this is others, okay? Now, pay attention, folks, okay? Okay, this is a ratio of total market cap, excluding the top ones, to BTC. Okay, do you understand? So this is a ratio chart, like PulseX, like, Atropa to PulseX, whatever. It's a ratio. This is all your crypto market cap, excluding the top, to BTC. All right? And we are in that as PulseChain holders, right? So we're in this. When you look at this chart, the first thing you notice is the MACD looks really crazy, doesn't it? Let's just trade. We could just trade this off the MACD. This is a monthly chart. I just want to show you guys. And the peak of this mountain here is 2018. So let's come over here and look what was going on in 2018. What was going on in 2018? Did anything happen? Oh, look at that. That was the top of Ethereum, January 18. So that was what? This is the actual peaks, April. So that means you had your altcoin season in this peak right here, okay? And then it crossed and it fell apart. So you wanted to be a seller of altcoins up here. You guys following me? You wanted to be a seller, a net seller up here of ETH and your altcoins in between January and April of 2018. You wanted to be a net seller. And then if you come over here to the next peak, very clear on this chart, right? Monthly chart, not, pretty accurate chart. You got this next peak is up here at January of 2022. January of 2022, January 2022. What was happening in January of 2022? Let's go look. It's pretty, let's see, January 2022. Aha. So here you see the peak blow off top on Ethereum was November of 2022 or 2021. So the top of your altcoins was 3 months later. So in 2018, it was within 6 months. In this last cycle, it was within 3 months where the blow off top of ETH and then your tops, general tops on altcoins happened. Okay. And it's very clear. You can see it in the chart because what happened after that? It rolled over just like it did in 2018 and fell apart. So you wanted to once again be a net seller of all your altcoins in Ethereum with, by November of 2021 to, February of 2022. You wanted to be selling. And now it's fallen apart. And not only has it fallen apart, it's come lower than anything imaginable. I mean, this is a crazy looking MACD. I mean, this is so fucking low. So if you're a net seller up here of Ethereum and altcoins, and you were here in 2018, and the MACD is lower than it was in the zombie apocalypse, the MACD is lower now than it was in the zombie apocalypse. Do you think you should be a net buyer or seller of Ethereum and altcoins? Chat, what do you think?
Seller.
He's another genius on the
I
show.
get
Hey. What do you think you should be? And I'm just looking at the MACD. There's nothing on. There's nothing technical really, man. Short of you wanting to go look up how the MACD works, right? But look how low this fucking MACD is, man. And if you wanted to be at these peaks a net seller, what do you think you should be doing right now? Look how low that is, man.
Buying PulseChain.
Pretty much. Pretty much, man. You should be selling everything you fucking own, and that's not financial advice, and going heavy into ETH and altcoins. Not financial advice, bro. But, man, if I was just looking at this MACD and I think, if I wish I could go back here to 2019, December of 2019, look at that. Because after this, what did the altcoin market do between, March of 2020 and, what is this, December 2021? Things were doing hundreds of X's, thousands of X's, bro, on this move up. And look how low this MACD is. Man, it's I mean, I'm not a rocket scientist here, but dude, this is crazy looking. This is really fucking low. Now, could it go lower? Sure. Okay, sure, it could. But still, let's say you went in now and it keeps going lower. What do you think's going to come next? What do you think's coming? Obviously, eventually we're going to get another one of these mountaintops, right?
Or just God candles.
It may not look like that. Maybe it's going to look like this and come down and like this, and then it comes up. And, I don't know exactly how that's going to work. But it is a monthly. It certainly is very low. Now, we have some interesting divergences, and I'm going to show you what I mean right there. You have, as this falls apart on the MACD, you see how big this mountain is down below. And you see we're going even lower now. We're going much, much lower. I mean, we've been going to Goblin Town. You guys who've been here, who sacked, right? It's not just us. This is all the altcoins. If you're an altcoin holder, your life is a living fucking hell. And it has been for 2 years, short of like those handful. Like, it's not, right? Like, so, and you can see it. It's been going down. But look what isn't going down, pups. Look what's not going down. That little mountain at the bottom here, it's going up. That means that the trend going down is dying very, very quickly. Just to make it really simple, okay? And I'm not even looking at charts yet. I could just be a buyer or seller just off this monthly others MACD, man. This story is incredible right here, okay? This is incredibly bearish looking, like in the long term, and we've fallen apart, and we've gone about as low as you're going to go. Certainly we could go a little lower, but the trend going lower is weakening. That's why this red mountain is heading and about to go into the green, right? And make little green mountains soon. Yeah? You guys follow me? Okay? So probably if I was a betting man, maybe I would think that also the MACD is going to be moving up, which means that the prices of Ethereum and altcoins are significantly going to go up. Not a little bit, but going off this, they look like they could go up significantly. Now, could this also just bottom out and go sideways for a bit? Yeah, it could come up. Sure, it can just like, we could just have it, whatever, and then it pops, right? They stall us for a little bit. Anything's possible. But still, the point is that the prices of things are much cheaper than people realize. And a lot of that is because people don't understand the volume of capital that's going to rotate into crypto, okay? And in PulseChain, of course, but all of crypto. It's tremendous, okay? Because a lot of regulation infrastructure is in place. I mean, when I talk to my boys at the hedge fund or my friends from Manhattan, they're all talking about crypto now, like normally, all right? That wasn't the case last cycle, for sure. All right, they have enough regulation in place where everyone's open about talking about it. So the rotation of capital is going to be tremendous. So it's going to go up tremendously. Even if we just went sideways for a little while. Like, I can't tell you it's coming up tomorrow, but I think things may turn bullish a lot faster than people realize, okay? So this was the other chart, and, I suspect that this downtrend is coming to an end, and we're about to move up against Bitcoin. So just to give you guys an idea, this is to Bitcoin. So when this is getting so powerful, that means the money's not going into Bitcoin anymore. So BTC's kind of wrapping up, right? And in terms of in proportion to how much Ethereum and alts are going to go, right? So people that are betting against Ethereum, betting against altcoins are going to be crushed soon. Yeah. But we could have some more sideways chop or whatever. I don't know that for sure. But man, this chart is amazing. You should be, if you're not bullish on altcoins and Ethereum, like something's wrong with you. No, it doesn't have to be Ethereum, just altcoins. Forget Ethereum, just altcoins, okay? Let me just say that. That includes us, that includes whatever projects, just all the altcoins, okay? Let me just be clear about that. You don't even you can hate Ethereum, fine, I don't care. But you have to be bullish on altcoins right now. And it makes sense. They've been crushed forever. They've shaken everybody out. Who's left to sell? Like,
oh my gosh, all my onboards. And I love them all.
Yeah.
And majority of them are so sweet to me. And I'll have a couple of them. And it's been tough. It's been tough.
Oh shit.
It's been tough. But you know what? God willing, unemployment, whatever happens, Thursday and Friday, and our Fed, we cut 0.5 point. Things could be bullish, and then some, and off to the races. But everyone who's been patient for the past 4 or 5 years, heck, I had X amount of Bitcoin. I had 100 alts before I got entered into this ecosystem due to my wife's boss's son, who talked to me about Hex. And, RH blocks me because I said, stupid pDAI. But you know what? That stupid pDAI, before that was the case, I was in X amount of things. And I love our ecosystem. I love that we're decentralized. I love everything about it. And it doesn't matter who blocks me or whatever it is. I'm super bullish and optimistic on everything ahead of us.
Everybody block Arthur. No, don't block him.
Everybody blocks each other, right? I'll tell you right now, I got 100,000 views of posting about BitBoy and going to a conference of him. And all of a sudden I got 100,000 clicks and etc. And like months ago, I commented, stupid pDAI. And he thought I was mocking our future stablecoin, but I was just commenting, and he blocked me. And I was like, all right. Now my wife sends me the post when he posts. And I was like, it's all good. I was like, it's all good. I was like, nothing's going to change. Nothing is going to FUD me out of this ecosystem, even though the owner blocks me.
So
I don't care.
So Richard,
we are blessed and lucky for an amazing ecosystem that we have. We are.
So Richard Hart just
for anyone who acknowledges and recognizes it.
Is this new here, Wolf?
100%, brother. 100%, man. He literally just posted this 30 minutes ago. He said, why y'all ads be like this? He writes, buy now with a gun to a little dog's head. He says, if you don't buy Hex and PulseChain, we kill this dog. Just posted it.
Yeah.
So killing puppies now, huh? Okay, and then he just posted this 5 minutes ago. He said, "Oh, look what costs $15 at Staples." What was that? The one? I don't know. Okay, tablets.
Very similar.
So we should resell. It's funny how people talk about stuff being a couple bucks, but then forget it's $15 shipping or something like that. It's funny how people don't know how to math. Imagine this example. Math works like $10 million to one person, or $1 million to 10 people, or 100,000 to 100 people, or 10,000 to 1,000 people, or $1,000 to 10,000 people, or $100 to to 100,000, or $10 to 1 million, or $1 to 10 million.
That last one is important. $1 to 10 million.
Ah.
I think that's a count, right? Like, you know, like, because he's not buying these things one at a time, right? He's buying them, you know, millions at a time. They probably cost around $1, and he's probably sending them to 10 million people.
Interesting. So
I like that.
yeah. Nice,
I would
nice.
like the websites to be multilingual if you're signing in from a country that doesn't speak English.
Yeah.
Especially if they're making fun of.
I feel like the focus of the marketing is pushing on the U.S. right now, but that is a good point. We should have a Chinese version, you know, Spanish version, et cetera, et cetera. So Google does a lot of that for you now, and if you're not an English speaker and you're a tech person, I'm sure you're on top of that. But as far as the mailer goes, like, yeah, if they're sending it to other countries, they need to change the language.
Do you feel like a new person that has never been in crypto, they've only seen maybe not even a Twitter post, but they've just seen crypto content to some degree, but they're not in crypto? The websites are friendly to that?
I think the browsers are friendly to it, right? So, like, if you go to like a Polish website, right? Like, Chrome gives you an option to translate to English immediately. So, and it's smooth enough you might not even know you're on a Polish website. So, I would suspect that, you know, if you're the only language you spoke was Polish, you'd probably have some default settings that just made everything be Polish all the time, because almost everything would not be in Polish, except for, you know, very local websites.
Yeah, the website the browser can automatically do things that I'm often in countries that don't speak English, and it frustrates me when it's in that local language. I was like, fuck, different VPN, different number, you know, I need a different country so that I could read what the hell this says.
Yeah, I know the feeling. It is
You know, I
certainly
had to
more welcoming.
I had to transact last week, and I got 7 computers in my office, and it came down to 1 or 2 that worked through refreshing MetaMask and going through reinstallation and every other browser and etc. But Edge seems to work the most now. But it's interesting. So my advice is to have multiple computers ready when you're ready to transact, because
Advice is to
it's
not
very
use
easily
MetaMask.
possible
MetaMask
one
sucks.
won't work.
MetaMask has way more glitches than many other wallets.
Yeah, but I've used the other wallets, and I tried a Bridge Money wallet, and I had no luck, 0. And you know, I'm open-minded, using all wallets, no issue. But I tried it, and it didn't work. It didn't come through. So as much as we hate MetaMask or whatnot, I really think like the better option could be having multiple computers, multiple browsers, have Edge, whatever. Chrome will be the last resort. That was my experience.
Just keep your money on Coinbase, man.
No. I'll be your tech advisor, Artie. We'll work it out. Oh, we lost Artie.
Oh, another beast. Okay, so what I'm saying is, it looks to me, when I come to some conclusion about this, and I haven't even gotten that technical with you guys. I just focused on the things I thought that mattered to me the most and stood out the most, because we're still in a 4-year cycle. So that's still biasing me a little bit, right? I have to also keep that in mind, that cycles still seem to just play out, even though they always seem like they're not going to. All right? They just do. And everybody is talking about September being extraordinarily bearish. And, you know, generally there is. The 1929 depression began in September 3rd, 1929. Okay, so the very famous day is, what is it, tomorrow? Day after tomorrow? It'd be Wednesday. Literally like the end of the world would happen, right? What else happened? We had Twin Towers, September. There's a lot of crazy stuff happens in September, right? Now, we have a certain moon coming up. I think it's like a blood moon on the 7th or something like that. So maybe we just go sideways for a week. This is my, like, look, this is my base case, man. This is what I think. And this is what I'm trading. This is what I am doing, all right? I think that this is a bear trap and a big shakeout. That's what I think, okay? Now, I think that September could be extraordinarily bullish, but we could probably get another week of chop, okay, or nastiness, all right? And if I come here, I've got a trend line on BTC, and it is holding up just fine. I know we're at 107 right now. We keep going a little lower. It's getting scarier and scarier, of course. Oh, we lost him. It's all right. It's okay. I'm going to switch you, brother, to in here. Gary, there you are. We're just going a little lower and lower. And, yeah, it's concerning, but it could just be a juicy shakeout. Now, when we go back up, if we get this nice shakeout, we can go back up. I think it could be very interesting. We'll know more if this is literally we're going into the last thing. If we stay underneath this pink line, let's say we could even get up to 130, 140, 150 by November and still be underneath this. If we don't get back above this, then it's going to be different. It's going to be different how this goes back up and to where. But I do think we're going to go back up. And I think what's interesting is, I don't want to get 30 minutes on this or anything, but let me go back to this channel I have. Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, we're just falling out a little bit. That's fine. Like I said, we've done it before. And its shakeouts work. Like I said, remember when I started talking about this, I said Bob Lucas openly on X posted that he was de-risking Bitcoin. He sold some. So these shakeouts do work. There's a reason they're there, man. There's a reason they're there. They do work. And not that there's anything wrong. You should take profits. There's no such thing as I sold too early. Really, man, sometimes, you know, just pay yourself, right? It's okay. Like, this isn't a knock at Bob Lucas. I'm just saying shakeouts do shake people out, all right? And it removes sell pressure so that you can go very euphoric later, okay? Really vertical, all right? So when we get back up, okay, into this channel, all right, the midline, let's say end of September, is about almost 150,000. And I 100% think we could absolutely like do shakeout and just like nail this 150. Like, you know what I mean? Like that looks to me like it could do that. Okay? And in this time, your alts, and this will happen quicker. That I should have made that even closer. Like it'll be so fast and crazy. Like if what I think could play out is going to happen, it's literally going to be like this. Yeah, like literally like this, and then maybe fade out, and that's going to be your bull run, and or like your alt season craziness. Now, could it go higher and all that? Yeah, let's see what happens. Let's get back above 124, the old all-time high, and we'll look at that again. You know, I still see targets very possible up here at 150. Top of this blue channel, we've hit it many times before, this blue channel. Okay, top of this blue channel, if you're talking about middle of October, is $200,000. And we've hit the top of this blue channel multiple times. So let's just get back above the old all-time high. Let's get out of this little bear cycle one right now, and then we'll look at, you know, what it looks like. What's important for us is that other chart, is that all coins look like they're about to fucking go berserker. Okay, absolutely berserker. And we can go across a lot of altcoins and look at them, but one of the main ones we like right now is Pulse. Okay, so Pulse is busted down as well as so many other altcoins in the altcoin market. But this is one we love right now. So, you know, yeah, one of the bad things right now is we broke the uptrend. Okay, no problem. And we tried to get back into the uptrend, and we've been rejected. Okay, that's fine. We had some weakness in this chart. It's okay. It's just following the market. Obviously, the whole market's a little bearish, so we're taking a bit of a hit right now. I don't see anything in here that concerns me at all whatsoever. But I do think 100% we could come down to here for sure, like right, $245 million market cap before we start moving up again. All right. So that would be, what's the price? Oh, I gotta switch it. I don't like so many zeros because I've gotten turned around before on them. So that'd be a 0.000035-ish, right? I think to me that's totally in the cards. Like it could go there, and it's no big deal. Or 0.0000369. Okay, that's where we wick to. So I'm just gonna go with that actually, because that looks good to me. All right, so that would be between where we are, and I think that's it, brother. I think we're gonna get in there. I think a lot of people are going to think the bull run's over, and I think, sure, we could be in the end of it, possibly. I'm not calling anything like that right now. But I think that we certainly have a euphoric phase for alts and something like that, short of something dramatic happening, like literally banks implode on Wednesday or or a nuke falls, or you know what I'm saying, literally a black swan, right? But in the natural, too many people are bearish right now. Certainly there's reasons to be, but that's what a good bear trap looks like. And everybody, Trump's been full of surprises since he's come to office. And September always being historically a bearish month, I think we start bearish, making everybody feel good about their decision to be a bear. We go bloody into September, and then I think we rip September off the map. I think we go absolutely ballistic, like melt faces in September into October. And then maybe in October we get that major correct, maybe some major, like, you know, something. But that would really throw off the market and surprise a lot of people, especially retail, because all they're chatting about on X is like, oh, September, every bad thing happens in September. September's always bad. Okay, it is. It is generally. But if you were playing the blackjack table, you'd have to bet against September, for sure, right? You're not going to hit on September. But I think,
especially for PulseChain, right? Like, yeah. I think it would be, even if it is bad elsewhere, I'm bullish on September for PulseChain. I feel like in the past, and you guys will remember this, like Richard likes playing the floor is lava. September may be a great month to do that.
Yeah. Maybe we're the first ones out of the gate.
I would love it if we were green and everything else was red.
Yeah, maybe we're the first ones out of the gate. Maybe we go in. It makes sense for it to be start. Maybe we just rip into the blood moon. I don't know. Whatever it is, I think in general, in aggregate, September is going to surprise people. I do envision more upside. Even if, let me give you a bad scenario. Let's say the Bitcoin top was in-ish, and Bitcoin's not going to make much of a bigger move from here. Like maybe it just goes back to that all-time high we already hit, or slightly above. Like it's kind of done. ETH is still going to go up, and altcoins are still have space to go ballistic. Does that make sense? I don't need Bitcoin to necessarily even go to 150 or 2. Like, let's see what happens. But I think the move here is ETH, and when you look at that others chart, it's obviously altcoins. I think that's going to be the surprise, because now they've pummeled the market so badly that most everybody is sold. Man, look at the chart of EHEX, HEX. Obviously, we don't have time to go through the whole altcoin market, but I go through all these charts, and I'm telling you, you can pick almost any altcoin. It's destroyed. They're all destroyed. Look at this is Wilder World. This is actual project that's still going, and I think it's actually going to do great. Okay, because they've been building nonstop. All right, and look, I mean, let me show you. It's crushed. Okay, it looks almost like the hex chart. They're all destroyed. It's time for them to go berserker mode. All right, so we could have an epic alt. Maybe this whole Q4, maybe Bitcoin is done. Maybe this whole Q4 is fucking altcoins, and maybe PulseChain is going to be the fucking king of alt season, and it's going to be all of Q4. Maybe Bitcoin is done. Like I'm telling you, I'm okay if it doesn't even get much higher than where we were. I think it's going to be all altcoins, man, and ETH, and maybe September ends up being really bullish, because that would leave a lot of people behind and surprise a lot of people. You know what I mean? So
it'd be super awesome.
Yeah. That's why I'm not jumping into to too many like moving averages right now and blah blah blah. Like there's too much psychology right now and too much game and cycles happening. Does that make sense? And you got to zoom out and kind of look at a bigger structure and what's happening, right?
What don't follow the masses is, you know, the general trading rule, right? So
Number
if,
one,
you know,
the masses are always wrong. I talk
Yeah,
about
we
being
go.
offsides in our Telegram a lot, where I'm like, guys, a lot of people are going to be offsides here. Richard Hart also, you know, they have to market make too on PulseChain. There's going to be a lot of people offsides.
yeah, a lot of people in the wrong coins. I strongly suspect.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The beauty of Pulse Chain is that everything is pretty connected. Like if Pulse does a 10x, a lot of things will do very well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like some better than others, but you know, we have a lot of matched liquidity that's going to pull each other up. So yeah, any Pulse Chain play that's, you know, not a terrible scam is probably going to look pretty good a couple months from now, in my opinion. Not financial advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. As long as the narrative, you know, kind of sticks, there's absolutely no way it won't pump, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless it's like a scam or something like that. But if it's not, it will pump.
Do you guys speculate, or do you just leave it alone as far as watching the OA treasury uh, staying completely on Ethereum for this entire cycle versus moving anything just across the chain without buying anything versus buying with any percentage of Ethereum pulse chain assets? And why I say that is I think that my opinion is there's an amplification multiple because people that do watch, whether they're on this chain or not, enthusiast or not, they still probably have that treasury. It's been on the strategic reserve website. I saw that ETHZilla, which is a huge, and I think I posted it maybe in the last stream, was making posts about the top 5 or 10 wallets on Ethereum strategic reserve, and they manually removed PulseChain.
I saw that.
So because they've manually removed it, they still are watching, right? They just wanted to manually remove it so that it wasn't in the top 5 or 10 on their image that they posted on Twitter. And so I think that there's a lot that are outside this ecosystem, call them haters, call them observers, call them whatever. And I'm just curious about the amplification number. There's a lot of people that have been in this ecosystem since 2017 bull cycle, 2021 bull cycle. Some have stacked, Ethereum. Some have had, second jobs, different ways to generate income outside of crypto. And I think that a lot of that is poised, whether they like Richard or don't like Richard, they like this ecosystem, they don't like this ecosystem. I think it's still a multiple narrative, at least a short hit, if any of that moves, even if it doesn't.
Like, what do you mean by like multiples? Like, depending on the scenario, like, what if just half of that was bridged to Pulse Chain and just sat there for a while?
I don't want to
Like,
name names, but there was a lot of ICOs that happened. Oh, they're not called ICOs; they're called sacrifices. There's a lot of products, and a lot of those products have had treasuries, if you want to call it a treasury, sitting off chain.
Yeah.
So I think that there's still an amplification number somewhere in there that doesn't have to do with what the OA has. Some speculate RH has bags that have nothing to do with the OA. And some speculate that 1 million devices, retail purchase of $500 per conversion, whatever percentage of the number of units and actual conversion. And people are going to do all the math about like new noob money, right? Completely noob, assuming that they haven't been in crypto and they just received a mailer like Jack Levin or something like that and decide to play, right, in this ecosystem. So like the idea that the price moves because of new people versus Smokescreen and whomever else wants to use addresses that are undoxed and untracked to still move the price. Like there's a lot of narratives. And I think that if any of this generates green candle, there's going to be a FOMO. And I think that FOMO is not just within the diehard enthusiast of this community. I think it's a lot of the outsiders. That's my speculation.
those are valid points to speculate. We don't know what's going to happen. Like maybe none of that sack bag we can see as number 5 on the strategic ETH reserve gets deployed. or maybe it doesn't get deployed when we think it will get deployed. But I feel confident that something will happen to pump the chain, coinciding with marketing, and that it will be meaningful, and that it will result in multipliers, like you're saying, right? Like in multipliers inside the echo chamber, as well as those looky-loos that you're talking about, Gary. People who are not talking about us but are watching, right? Because when ETH hits $6,000, there's going to be $1 billion, in that reserve, right? Like it's real money to anybody in the world. Why would you not keep track of that? I think it would be hilarious if it just moved to PulseChain, like got bridged over, and we just had $1 billion in ETH sitting on PulseChain. People would probably notice that, even if it never moved from there for a long time. It'd draw some serious attention.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, that's all the speculative,
100%.
all of us, we're all in this for speculation. 99.99% of all this stuff is speculation. So like what happens next, whether it's chart, TA, or whether it's wallet address moving, or whether it's a political or a famous person getting involved in crypto, everything is speculation. But yeah, it's interesting.
Richard's not the only billionaire in the world too, like there could be a big player that comes in and, front runs what he thinks is going to be, Richard's billion with his own billion. Wouldn't that be interesting?
Mm-hmm.
And
spoiler alert, it's not me.
Hey, to boot, the dollar looks like it's about to fall apart. So I hope you guys have some crypto. I hope that everybody here has PulseChain, because your PulseChain is about to become much more valuable in relation to the dollars that you used to buy it. All right, this Dixie's not looking good. I'm not a Dixie expert at all, man. I don't know Dixie at all. I know the others chart a lot better than this. The Dixie just looks like sure. No. All right, let's go look at USDT. That's really good. Sorry, dollar. So you're not looking good at all, brother.
Be right back.
Oh, that's weird. USDT dominance looks a little bit strong right now, but that makes sense. We're going into a little bit of a bearishness, right? Like, you know what I mean? There might be a little bit of blood. Like I said, maybe we go into this first week of September bloody, right? Because it satisfies everyone's feeling of like it's all over. Now, it could be all over. I just want to put this out there. I don't know. I'm bullish, but I have to say that you guys understand that tomorrow everything could, it's crypto, right? It could all go to zero, or we crash, or it is the Great Depression begins. I don't know. But I'm not playing that hand right now. I'm playing the bullish hand. And so USDT dominance is looking a little strong, which means that stablecoin, people are going to move into stablecoins, it looks like, just going off this right now. Okay. Let's see what happens. But yeah, there's a little bit of bullishness in here. But that ties in with what we're seeing right now. And maybe this week is a little bit bloody, which is fine, because like I said, I think we're going to get surprised and whipsaw to the upside very fast. That's my first case for September, that we blast off, leaving everybody behind, and we blast off very, very hard. Like, what could happen, just to give you guys perspective how this could play out, because a lot of times when you're new, this was just Wilder World, this is just a random like altcoin, but just to show you how pummeled everything is, right? Let me go back to, what was I going to show you? If I go back to BTC, so if we come back here to where were we talking about, like October 2020, remember earlier in the stream we talked a lot about what happened here. If you were mucking about in here, you had a lot of time to screw about, right? Even if you got this thing at the zombie, it kind of went up, went down, it was, you were excited, maybe you took profits already, you got a 4x. But right here, it goes vertical, okay? At the end of October, it just goes absolutely vertical. And you didn't have a lot of time to get back in. Anybody remember 2021, how euphoric it got and how fast? Because what happened? This is what happened. A lot of interesting announcements were made. FTX got a stadium. There was all this media attention. A huge media cycle ramped up, and it came out of nowhere. It went, like, obviously there was KOLs bullish. I remember people in crypto were talking about in the communities and stuff. But the media all of a sudden went full on crypto out of the blue. Okay, as if all the stimulus money was just about to go into crypto, which it kind of did. And you can see in the chart how absolutely nuts it went and how fast it went. Okay, it like literally looks like it would break your neck if you were here, and it did. I remember this. I remember all this. I remember getting more BTC right here on this dip at 16.9 or 17. I remember sitting at my computer doing this because I had other people saying that, look, it's over, that COVID pump, it's done. Like a lot of people were saying that, you know, the COVID stimulus, it pumped up, everything's up. When it was 16K, that was a 4X from the bottom. And I remember people telling me that's it, like probably for this bull run. And we went, it just kept going breakneck from there. It was breakneck. Look at this move, guys. Look at this move. Guys, we've got a super chat, and I'm going to continue and tell you where I'm going with this right now. Actually, let me just finish this point up really quick so you guys don't get confused. So if we come to where we are now, I think you could imagine what could happen in September is that we go bloody into September. Maybe it feels like it's over, and we go into one of those absolutely vertical moments, okay? And it would just catch everybody by surprise. And the way it could happen is literally the media cycle could kick in a very strong way, just out of the blue, just like it did at the end of 2020. It just came out of the blue. It wasn't out of the blue. They already had a plan, the market makers, and they possibly already have it planned because they bought all this ETH, they bought all this Cardano. They got to unload it now, right? Makes sense. I mean, sure, they can afford a drawdown, but why would they waste all this? You know, they're going to go for some euphoric pump. Even if it's maybe it's only 3 weeks long, maybe it's 3 months long, whatever it is, it's going to be a huge euphoric blow off top. It's part of the cycle, okay? And what's the first stage coming out of the bear trap? Media attention. It's right here. Can you guys see that? What is it? First sell off, bear trap, okay? And maybe this is the bear trap. Going into September, everyone's scared to death. The next thing will be media attention, and it goes vertical. Just like here on the chart, just like it did in 2020, because it just blindsides everybody and everything just starts going vertical. That's why you got to position. That's why I'm positioned to win right now. You know, there's a lot of reasons for me to be scared, but I'm positioned to win. I think we're going to rip in September. I don't see us a full bloody September. I think we're going to catch everybody off guard. The media cycle will kick in. And, you know, even if I'm wrong, fine. September's bloody. It's going to happen in October. Either way, I feel that I win. I'll just get to buy some more tokens. You know, if we get more blood, whatever.
And what do you think, like, in regards to the timing, right? So, like, let's say September, right? Sometime in September, late September, it starts to pump. Like, for Bitcoin and altcoins, how long do you think that this time we would take to, you know, to make a new top, let's say?
On what?
On Bitcoin and on altcoins.
How long to make a top?
Yeah, a new one, yeah. When's the new all-time high, basically? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, well, the new all-time high should be technically
Sell for tax harvesting December. Buy back. Chinese New Year Christmas presents have to be bought. Whatever the narrative is this year.
I would think definitely by the end of this, by October, no, by the end of this month, you know, if we just get some blood now and then we rip, you know, we could go back up pretty quickly. I mean, it could happen very fast. You know, you can see here we came out of this low. It's like bam, bam, bam. You could have a low next week and then bam, 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 like literally be at 150K in a few weeks, pretty fast. It would be even more vertical than that. I don't know. It could happen quick. It's tough to say. We definitely have some reasons to have some drawdowns. Like we got these weird moons and all this celestial stuff. That's fine, but that could just be your pullbacks, right? And because when you do these like straight up moves, you're still gonna have pullbacks, guys. And so they're gonna need little excuses for those pullbacks. But I think that's I think we're good. Let me take the super chat from Thiago. We'll give him the dancing girls. Where they at? Thiago, what's up, brother? Thiago Nunes says 50 euros. I can actually spend euros. Thank you, sir. Hex sacrifice lasted 1 year, and funds were used to pump Hex during the first 2 years. Pulse sacrifice lasted 2 weeks. and funds were used to buy ETH and remain liquid, ETH gets to 10K plus. RH might have more ammo to pump PLS when compared to Hex.
Way more.
Hex sacrifice lasted 1 year and funds were used to pump Hex during the first 2 years. Pulse sacrifice lasted 2 weeks and funds were used to buy ETH and remain liquid. Yeah, I think ETH could easily get to 10K. Yeah, thanks, Thiago. Thanks so much for that super chat, man. Really appreciate it, bro. Really appreciate it. Nice GC. Thiago, by the way, if you guys don't know, is the founder of Solid. It's called Solid X, right? He's the founder of Solid X and also an online casino that he also is making stuff for. So definitely check him out.
They just got licensed. Solid X got licensed to be like a online crypto casino. They're one of only 2 projects in the world that I know about that are internationally licensed casinos that are in crypto.
Nice.
So I don't think people are understand how big it potentially could be.
Yeah, this is the let's go look at Solid X really quick. Let's see what's going on. Solid X chart is here. It's at 963. It's holding this uptrend. I've been charting this for quite a while now. So I've DCA'd a little bit. I think this is a good area to DCA a little bit. We're looking good. Let's look up the MACD. Oh, what's that?
The whole focus of his casino apparatus, his X game, is going to be burning Solid X on multiple chains, even though it's only on PulseChain. So like people will be able to participate on Base, but it gets burned on PulseChain. They can participate on ETH, it gets burned on PulseChain. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic. And some of the players, the way it's set up, I don't think they'll even know that they're burning Solid X. When they lose the game, they're just playing a game. They found an online casino, they're playing it. But every time there's money coming in, that money goes to burn Solid X on PulseChain specifically. So I think it's a pretty cool dynamic, and he's put a lot into this. That's one of the founders who puts his money where his mouth is, quite literally. Like he gets right in there. He pays serious devs to do serious work. So I have no expectations, but it won't do nothing.
Yeah, he's a great builder, man. I agree. His products will do very well.
So it's definitely really interesting right now. I think
Did
Solid
you
X is in
ever,
a good accumulation range. I would certainly think that we could certainly come a little bit lower, probably because that's what they're planning on doing this week. It seems because BTC's already also it's 108, but it's certainly showing weakness, right? So if I look at some of these altcoins, they're probably going to take a hit. You definitely have a little bit of an M here, and we got a lot of support though down here at about $7, $7.50. $8 in that range. So you might get a little bit more of a deal on generally all your altcoins and stuff like that. But I think you're in nice zone where, for all alts, like I was showing you with the other chart, we're looking good. So it would be a good time to start looking at things, right? Gary, go ahead. What are you saying?
Did you ever research or make comment in the past when Richard had made a tweet? I think it was BTC price of 241. Did you ever see that tweet or recall that tweet?
No, it's a Bitcoin tweet he made in like 2010 or something.
It wasn't that long ago. It was this cycle. It was I'd have to look it up, but I think it was 241,000. And almost everybody that was really into his predictions, especially TA people. They I don't know if they did because he always makes a comment like, "How did I come up with this number? I just basically overlaid what Bitcoin has done in the past." So earlier you were saying something like 150. Do you have a top thought about this cycle, where we are in this cycle, narratives, weakening of the dollar and so forth? Like, do you have a top BTC price, or you just basically look at movements on chart, just Doesn't matter the price. You look at the pattern.
Well, the 4236, which is pretty strong, is about 240. So you were mentioning a number around 240. So that lines up with the 4236. Okay. My target was 150. It's just a 2618, but it also lines up with my channel, right? That I've had literally for since the beginning of this bull run. See this channel? If we just go to the top of it in October, or the midline, okay, of it in October, you're at 150. You know, that's how I'm getting that. And it lines up also with a Fibonacci as well. And in October would technically be a normal cycle if it was to play out normally, right? So this lines up at about 150, which is a 2618. And then the top of this blue channel, which is respected and gone above it a few times, is 180, 190. It in the middle of October, it is 195, 200. And if it overshoots that, you're going to be at 220, 240, no problem. You know, just like it overshot it here, and that still lines up with the fibs that we were looking at, right, over here. So yeah, there's definitely confluence here, and there's probably other ways to look at it as well, if we were to break down past cycles and what have you.
So 240, that is, where's that on the calendar? Where's that land as far as like a trend line?
Oh,
trend channel.
Well, if it was going to happen, I suppose it would have to happen. But if it's going to go that high, it could happen October, November. And that's if you know, we just go, you know, straight up euphoric. Oh, this is a screw. Yeah, look, we overshot this before by 20%, right? I mean, like, you can't really use that. I mean, we could just absolutely like overshoot this by quite a bit. But 240, to give you an idea, would be here. Oops. Just draw it. So that would be, this is October 1st right here. Okay. That would be there. And this could easily pop into there, right? And then come like side, whatever, hang out and then fall apart. That's totally believable, man. We could 100% just pop into 250-ish? Easily. And then if you had a 70% drawdown from there, you're at 60, you're at 70, 80,000. Where's that? Yeah, you're at the top of the old cycle. You know what I mean? If you had a 70, 75%, 80% drawdown from that, you'd end up, you know, making, you know, hanging out above the old thing, you know, chop around here. That'd be your new level, right? Your new low, whatever.
There's a narrative out there. Everyone's heard it.
Drawings are a little weak today.
Dominance, and then major alts, and then minor alts, and the whole altcoin season basically chart that they throw up all the time. Where's that land as far as your
which chart?
BTC?
Which chart is
your dominance?
Which chart is that?
Well, what is it? Let me find it real quick.
So I'm gonna start. Yeah, we looked at Pulse. So Pulse is looking good. I see us. We could easily go into this range. 0.003649. I think that's a nice number for a low. We could certainly go under that, but I think that most of this candle is just going to fill here and probably this wick. So maybe we'll chop in here before we pop out. We're looking good. I don't see anything. I don't see any issues. It's just following the cycle right now. You know what I mean? It's just following the cycle. Maybe it comes down, pops up a little bit. It's a higher low and it's out of here. That's October. Yeah, man, that could be cool. Yeah, I could do something like this. So I'm just gonna draw it for you guys. Here, let's go to the daily. That doesn't have to go to embarrass. I kind of stretched it out a little too much, but when you probably pop here, I Can I draw this on time? I actually have an idea of time, actually, so I want to capture it. Let me see here. If I can I got to draw really tight. Okay. What if it did something like this? It's tight. Yeah. It would be like end of September. So that's us going into September getting gnarly. Everyone thinks it's over. Maybe we get one last little. That would take you to like 0.00035 ish, and then we go from there. I mean that's me being kind of bullish right now. Obviously September could actually be shitty. I don't know. But yeah, this would look nice. This could look nice. I like that. And then who knows how vertical we go from there, right? Obviously, when we did this drawing with Pedro and Fast back in the day, remember this? They're pretty damn close. And this was, I didn't know how vertical, but you can see we got that W down here. And then I was like, we may just go vertical from there. We could. Like the chart is complete enough where we could go absolutely God candle after God candle. I need you guys to understand that there's no issues with the chart anymore. When he's ready to go, it's going to go, and that's what I feel right now with the pulse chart. Like we got this W down here. All right, we got the W. The chart is complete as far as I'm concerned, and that's how I drew this chart. I drew this chart actually in this was from January 6th, but I think Pedro we were drawing a version of this in December as well, and I drew this because I was showing how we're going to shake people out, and then we're going to complete it, and this makes it a complete chart. For me, well, like how I look at structure. And we are complete, buddy. We are complete. So that means if he's ready to send and if you ain't on the train, because we talked about that, the train analogy he was using, you're going to miss the train, man. Like it is going to move fast, like breakneck speed, just like God candle after God candle after God candle, straight up. That's what I see. Yeah. Similar to here, I think, and then so come back here. I still feel like this could be the case. So this could be the start of it. Yeah, I think that's very likely right there. And then if you go in the weeds, I'll leave this. You guys can take a look at it. Maybe this happens. I'm gonna leave this drawing up. I'll leave it up. Let's see what happens. Let's try to scrunch it into a small space. Let's see. You guys are gonna hold me to it.
On the dollar portfolio, what percentage do you put to each of the tickers? You put a quarter towards each of four, or you put, just to basically diversify across the ecosystem? I'm not
totally following you. How do you mean, Gary? What are you referring to?
Saying if you had $100, you put $25 towards PLS, $25 toward PLSX, $25 towards Inc, $25 towards X on that chain. Like, where do you split your dollar or your $100?
I would buy. Okay, I'll tell you 1 second. This is EX.
He would buy pDAI.
Yeah.
I think the answer is probably different for $100 than it would be for $1 million.
Probably.
I would put like, yeah, I'd put 30 in Hex, 30 in Ink, and then 20 in PulseX, Pulse, respectively. So I would weight my...
Good answer for $100.
Yeah, I would just weight
But what if it was $1 million? Would you do the same thing?
Would I weight it the
It
same?
all comes down to liquidity. It's not about what goes in, it's what can come out. Like, how long are you holding a cycle? Liquidity has always been the issue when it comes to any chain, any launch.
And you're talking about cores, right? You're talking about cores?
I'm talking about things that are definitely Richard has taken up ownership on. He has specifically said he's owned.
So if I had $1 million, I would probably do heavy ink, so 300K ink, then I might do the same. Let's fuck it. Let's just do the same, and then Hex.
Okay.
Yeah. So 30%, Hex and Inc, and then 2020 for Pulse and Pulse X. But I would have a small percentage with that much, like maybe like 5%, and I would maybe pick up like most or like Pump or like a couple of the RH memes, because now you have money to play with, right? So you might do something like that, right? So you might go like, I like these 4 memes. Like I like Pump because it's pump tires, and I like the Bitcoin Hex, and I don't know what's in there. Some funny memes in there, right?
Nice. Pepe, Dodge, Ada, Tron,
whatever. Yeah, you
man,
make a little
Elon,
meme bag.
Mars.
Yeah,
Let
make
me
a little
shield
meme
them.
bag.
Let me shield them, bro.
But
Let me shield my bags.
you don't need to with the $1 million with just because the cores are down low. They haven't moved yet, so you have a lot of room to run. You know what I mean? Like you can buy some of those, like have a little allocated for those memes, but you can just literally you can just go heavy in these cores. I think, confidently, because they're
300K into Hex or Inc is gonna move the price a fair bit. It would be
dude,
it would be
300K is gonna
noticeable.
move anything in our ecosystem. Everything.
True, but it would move Hex or Inc more by a lot than it
Good.
would move Pulse X or Pulse. Oh yeah.
Good, man.
Joel,
If people are
is there
genuine,
an index?
I think Gary can agree with me on this. And Gary, you're a sophisticated guy. You've been in these rooms. When people come to look at his new launch of PulseChain, how many sophisticated people are going to go, hey, what did he do before this? And they're going to go look at the hex chart. You tell me, Gary.
It depends on who's the voice out there, right? If Richard doesn't stream,
Well, let's say
Richard
he's not
doesn't do
streaming.
anything.
He's not streaming.
And we are just the characters that basically advertise. You're looking at the wrong chart. Don't do it. Influencers, whatever you attribute price change to influencers across Twitter and YouTube.
Yeah. So
it depends, right?
So I'm bullish on Hex because Hex needs to be successful too. It can't be just left.
Yeah.
People are gonna go like, oh, that's his first project. Oh, that's what he did with it. Like, yeah, they ain't gonna be holders, man. They gotta see that Hex is good, and then they'll come and they'll hold their bag because they go, you know what, it's worth holding this guy's bag because look what Hex came back and did. You know what I mean? But if Hex is dead and Pulse is pumping, sure, people will be like, fuck, get in on the pump, but they'll jump out just as quick as they got in. They ain't gonna hold a guy who let his first project go to 99% down. You know what I'm saying? So either he's coming out and going to talk about it, and if he doesn't, then Hex better be looking at least above 12 cents. I mean, it should be on its way to like recovery. Like, you know what I mean? That would be a big thing. I mean, I would think any sophisticated person would.
Part of the division before was, if you have identical twins and you let one die, like, did you, like, that was part of that whole division, a year and a half or 2 years ago. But like, if you say, I had twins and now I let both of them die.
Right.
Like, that's worse. That's a terrible parent.
But you want people who come to want to hold the bag, like feel comfortable holding, and not like hot potato. You don't want people coming with 100K and play hot potato with the chain, like, oh fuck, I got to get out of this one before this does what the first one did, because that's what you would say. Of course you.
That's the volatility. And again, right. I don't think that in I think we change as we go through our crypto journey. Like, people that came in 10 years ago, people that came in 5 years ago, people that came in 2 years ago, they're all on the journey, honestly, of cynicism. Like, it's wide-eyed utopia. This is the way contracts, work, and smart contracts are going to replace lawyers. Like, that's the narrative, at least, that I have followed since 2017, was utopia is just because of this crypto stuff is immutable. It's contracts, like there's so much efficiency that can happen. Like, that's part of a narrative. And like you said, and all of us have said, we've said, you want people that hold. Yeah. Sure, we do. Yeah. But it's not like you're not going to turn. You're going to turn away the price movement of this is the end of a bull cycle. This is a blow off top. This is the trend that usually happens. Like all the stuff that happens in TA, especially in crypto, is about this alt season narrative, right?
Yeah.
And that's part of it too, right? That's part of this blow off in any asset class goes through this, not just crypto. It's just interesting. I would like to see Richard come back. I would like to see Black Shirt Richard. I think everybody wants Black Shirt Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome. And it's opportunity, right?
Yeah.
Part of the narrative is, he needs to disappear like Satoshi, like it's been built. You take over the city, whatever kind of thing, community takeover. That's part of the narrative. But also part of the narrative for many years, and even to this day, is Richard's here for ego and glory stroke. Ego stroke and glory. So I don't know, yeah, it's great speculation, and he has, before Trump was president again the second time, he used to make comments that outrage is what got President Trump attention and what got him into office. Part was his outrage, marketing of Trumpism, right? Trump haters can't stop talking about him. Trump lovers can't stop talking about him. And Richard kind of took that as a theme, at least as far as he said in different YouTube streams and things like that, was, it worked for Trump. Like, being outrageous gets you attention, keeps you in the headlines. And I think that a lot of people, desire that, not just for price chart, but like validation, validation about like promoting somebody, promoting the narrative of anybody, right? So yeah, it'll be interesting to see it play out.
Yeah. It's gonna be really interesting.
He's coming for the glory for sure. We got to see the Richard
100%.
Hart Red Bull Museum open up, sometime in the next couple of years.
He's coming for glory.
He needs the glory for that.
Oh, it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good. Yeah, maybe he comes back. That'll be our top signal. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. He should come back. He's free and clear now.
What
Right?
if it's a 2-year long top
wallet?
signal?
That's the top signal. When he says that you're,
announces the
look at
sacrifice.
all these crazy gains that you made in the cores. You should have believed in me all along. Now I'm going to do a wallet. That's the top.
The new paradigm. Yeah. Be up here. So we haven't even.
I know it's not this chain, but did anybody pay attention to WLFI?
Yeah, I have the chart right here.
Yep,
right here.
It's all over the news, basically the past week. Virtual Bacon made some pretty good content. Yeah, I'm not saying it's a winner, but like the pre-market hype was crazy. It's almost the definition of a buy the rumors, sell the news event.
Jesus.
The ICO people that bought in September or October of last year in 24, they made between a 7x and a 22x, I think, today. People that bought basically in pre-market a month ago, I bought very heavily in pre-market, made between a 2 to a 4x today. So it's interesting, and it's obviously collapsing down to like 21 cents, 21 whatever, 20 or 20 cents.
Yeah, 23 cents.
But Justin Sun's been making posts, and it's an interesting thing to pay attention to with this stablecoin narrative around it. I think they should have a banner that says, just like 2017, that says, make ICOs great again, because this was a very clear ICO.
Not a sacrifice, though. Sacrifices are totally.
Yeah,
it was simply a DAO that made a vote to say, let's make it tradable. Like, of course, it was not an ICO in any form. It was completely AML, KYC, until it got DeFi voted into being tradable anywhere.
I think we
Who would have guessed?
I think we might get something like this, and I'm gonna just like dare to have fun. Once again, it's a brand new launch. I'm just having fun right now, and this is how I learned how to do what I do anyway. I used to just stay up late nights with wine and draw price action for hours and hours, and then come back and see what I could learn from my. So like, would it be interesting if like it came up? It's gonna get rejected here, and come down. Maybe it does like, it looks like the end of the world, double bottom, and then, I'm going to flip it over so you guys see what I'm doing over here. Sometimes I draw upside down.
While you're looking at the TA, I think it's funny, Far Out Aliens commenting on Eric Trump's tweet that said, "And we're live."
Huh?
That was great. Obviously, Trump is a fan of this chain influencers.
Guys, I'm gonna leave. I'm
that's
just gonna
Maddie's
leave
take,
it.
man.
I'm gonna leave this. I'm not even following. I just sketched something, so I'm gonna have fun with it and leave it up there. You guys get to see what I just drew. So
Nice.
So this is where LibertyFi. So we looked at Pulse. Guys, PulseX looks about the same. It looks fine. It's just same thing. It's doing the same kind of chop. It could come down a little lower. You're in a buy range. Don't worry about it. You're looking really good. And PHEX, same thing. You broke the uptrend, and you've just come down, which would be a normal retest anyway. And it's just they all look the same right now. And I would say they're going to do something pretty similar. I just want to look at Inc. really quick. We're probably not going to have time to get into a lot of alts today. We're already at past 3 hours. I have to be up very early in the morning tomorrow. So let's just look at Inc. really quick. Inc. is...
You have a job interview tomorrow, I hope?
Yeah, McDonald's.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
I'm hoping alt season saved me, but I gotta, the hiring process is a while. Plus, I've never used a deep fryer before, so they have to teach me all that, and there's some safety guidelines.
Hey, I heard that XAI is hiring. They lost an engineer. Did you pay attention to that at all? Elon. So they had the Chinese engineer that sold $7 million worth of stock.
Oh,
3
I
days
see that.
before he accepted to offer at OpenAI.
Yeah.
Basically download our XAI database or something like that. So billions of dollars worth of espionage. But yeah, there's an opening so if you want to interview.
So what's going to happen to him? But he's already in China, and
it should be criminal. I mean, he's a Chinese national,
so they can't
but
do anything.
Probably on the hook is Sam Altman with OpenAI or whatever, Open Chat GPT, whatever the people are, OpenAI. They hired him.
Take a job in espionage. That sounds great.
Yeah, and he downloaded the entire database and ported it out or whatever.
So, wait, who ported out the whole database?
An employee of XAI, Elon's company.
Oh, you're the same guy. Okay.
All that.
Yeah.
So he basically he put in a resignation because 2 weeks later he'd already gotten an offer from OpenAI to move over to OpenAI, to Sam Altman's company, right?
Yeah.
And in that window of time between resigning, he downloaded basically all of the IP for how Grok works and XAI works.
Oh shit!
And also sold $7 million worth of his options or stock. So he sold his XAI because he knew he was about to tank it. But I don't know how that's not beyond just civil and just financial penalty. It has to be criminal. Like if Trump is going to at all protect IP and make AI, a dominant feature in the GDP of the United States, I see it going beyond. And again, as a Chinese national, he's a Chinese national here on visa, H-1B visa. So it's going to get murky about what happens.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's criminal. Yo, guys, so we are in an uptrend on Inc. You guys can see we're going all the way back here to December 11th, 2023. We always bounce pretty close to this line and recover. I do think that it's just connected to the ecosystem. I'm not looking at this and making heads or tails, except if we go into these ranges, which I was drawing here, and Pulse does this. Now I'm going to leave this drawing. I drew this for you guys live a few minutes ago. You'll probably see Inc. sweep some lows. Okay, so what does that mean if it does that? Which if the beginning of September is bloody, which is the case I'm going with now, and maybe next episode we can do something different. But I could see it sweeping. Where would this go? Nah, I probably wouldn't go down that. Yeah, maybe $120. You know what I mean? Like it just sweeps under here. It could do a quick sweep down there, which would just be a great buy. And we'll come back and take a look if it looks like it's going to be worse. But it's fine. It's just holding up on the uptrend. You know, it's very volatile compared to everything else. So you don't want to jump to conclusions with incentive tokens. It can whipsaw in either direction pretty quickly. It's definitely a much higher beta. It's much more volatile from the other assets. So I don't want to jump to conclusions and say like, well, this has to draw down a lot more. No, there's a lot of defenders here. And I think a lot of people are becoming more bullish of it. So yeah, maybe $1.20, $1.30 could sweep down there. What I'm saying is it could break this trend line a little bit, just like it did back here. It's not a big deal. I'm not worried about it yet. I'm going to get worried if ETH starts falling apart, which we talked about, which I think is like under 3,400 or something like that. We'll have to go back and double check what I was looking at. I didn't get to spend a lot of time. Like I said, we're at 3 hours, and I didn't even get too deep in the weeds in a lot of this stuff. But I wanted to show you guys that other chart. So if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Welcome to St. Wolf Vision. We love you. Fast Abdul loves you. Gary loves you. We all love you. And after you smash the like button and you want to see where we are at in the cycle, go earlier, about an hour and a half ago. I go over others BTC and I show you the MACD and I show you how the cycles play out and why I think an epic altcoin season is coming, even if Bitcoin doesn't make much more of a high after this. Let's say it just doesn't even make. I still think that epic altcoin season is coming. And if Bitcoin does keep going, which is very possible, it could get to 150, 180, 200, 240. They're all in the cards. It's all possible. If that happens, the alts are going to go really fucking ballistic. So I feel like it's just a win-win right now. So go back earlier in the video, and you guys, you know, I think it's very simple to understand. But you know, I'm not worried that much until ETH breaks. Like, if ETH breaks 3,400, we're fucked. I'm just gonna say that, like I don't think it can. If it does, like somebody that knows something is dumping it, a lot of it, and
somebody better call Tom Lee right away.
Yeah. So we got a little bit more for the shakeout, which is what I think we're in. I think we're in a bit of a shakeout here going into September. People are gonna sell. They're not gonna long, which is you don't have to sell. You can just not long. And you're going to miss a breakneck move, which is what I was showing you guys earlier in this video, what happens after these bear things. And if you go to this chart, after a bear trap, you go vertical. If I go to this other one here, showing you stages in a bubble, you're in this big bear trap. What happens? Media attention comes in out of the blue, just like it did in 2020, and all of a sudden, all the charts go vertical. So you need to have some position, all right? You can short and long at the same time, too, if you're very scared. Come to the Telegram if you really want to learn how to do that. Otherwise, you know, you should have some skin in the game. You know, I have a lot of skin in the game because I'm very bullish right now. But you got to do you, man. It's not financial advice, but we love you. Tam, thank you so much. Appreciate it. We got some really cool guys on the stream tonight.
Thanks, Tam.
Pedro.
Tam's bullish too, I suspect.
Pedro hates us. He just vanished. Tam is one of the most bullish people I've ever met.
I think she's more bullish than SJ Wild, like the top bullish people. It's great.
Yeah, and they're both great cheerleaders, though, right? Which is something that you need in an ecosystem like this. You need people who are always positive every day. Right, because there's always going to be something to be negative about. Yeah. So to have those people front and center is pretty important, and it helps that they're hot checks too. You just saying, it's good for advertising.
It's great. Yeah. Everybody be nice to hot chicks too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys want to? Only 'cause I got to get up really early in the morning. But do you guys want to wrap us up with anything here? And once again, chat. Love you guys. Sorry we didn't get to every chart. I will later on this week. But I think there was a lot in here to understand. We covered. But yeah, do you guys want to wrap us up with anything?
No, I randomly strolled across and I saw Fast Abdul's comment, and then I looked at his Twitter and found him in here. So yeah, it's great. I don't know. You don't have like a regular schedule. It's just when markets and audience basically demand enough attention, right?
Yeah, like I make the videos, and the videos get out a lot, but these live streams, they don't really produce that much growth for my channel, to be totally honest. Almost none. Like and most of people who find my channel are through my regular videos. So I could start a schedule eventually, or I thought, like make it for members.
No,
like,
this isn't a job. This should be a joyful, opportunity. Again, you get the audience should be craving this information instead of like expecting it. So it's good.
I do it when I have time. Like if I had more time, I would do it more. But it's not like a big, Yeah, I just enjoyed hanging out with everybody and doing it and sharing this stuff because I'm gonna go
You
over
have
the
interest
charts anyway.
if you don't talk specifically about this chain, do you have interest in like collaborating with other TA people? Like, you want to be on Ben Cohen's channel or anybody else that's like has a big audience outside of this community?
Yeah, I would be happy to. I just don't like to. I just feel like there's a lot of bigger things in my life I want to talk about that I think are beneficial to people because of my life experience. I've learned so much about seeing things play out. I'm not by any means saying I'm wise or anything, but I definitely think I have a certain vision about understanding things because my life experience has been really crazy. Like, wow, it's crazy. So there's just other things I would want to talk about. I think there's enough people rapping endlessly about TA. I want to give it enough life force, you know what I mean? But I would want to get that opportunity and bring people to talk about other things that I think are going to affect their life better. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd be happy to rap with people sometime, especially people who are good at it, who have an interesting insight about things that are happening. But I don't want to get into like 30-minute discourses over fucking what the Bollinger Bands are doing and fucking what, MA strategy. Like, it's just not my calling in life. I understand. I'm confident about what I do. Like, I understand this stuff better than I think 90% of this space, like 100%, to the point where live I'm willing to draw exactly how the candles are going to move. But I don't want to hang out with you talking 45 minutes about fucking Bollinger Bands and MA and all that shit. Like, it's just, dude, we gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would, but the right people I would definitely, hang out with and talk to about stuff. And if they had insight, a lot of guys, sometimes they just rely on indicators only and stuff like that. They're not really bringing an insight to how they're looking at the markets, but there are people, I would want to hang out with those people for sure, because I do the same. I totally rewritten the code on how to look at charts. Like, what I do is like my own thing that I practiced for 2 years straight, like to figure out how to do what it is I do. So I'd want to meet other people who have come up with an interesting way, because see, you're trading against the smartest people in the fucking world, and a lot of people don't understand. They feel safe in their like room trading this stuff, but as we're institutionalizing, they don't understand who's on the other side of the table, and you're playing against freaking AI machines. That's going to become more the thing. So your data is like, you're not going to out data the AI, man. Like, you better stop, relying on all those indicators and all that stuff. You better come up with a better way to like look at the strategy you need to have an edge. Even if that edge is tiny, even if it's tiny, I guarantee you it's not going to have anything to do with a moving average or a Bollinger Band. Like, you're going to have to find it, and it's not going to be easy because no one you know what I mean? Like, not everybody's just going to give away what it is they do, like, to some extent, right? Like I have certain things.
I want you to make a prediction of something that's after your life. Let's say 100 years from now, are people still going to be playing charts? Is this going to be a non-economic system?
100 years. Come on, Gary. That's
100 years.
That's a crazy timeline. That's a crazy timeline, Gary.
Star Trek Utopia, where you produce things by hitting a button and dinner pops out of the machine.
Dude,
robots do everything. Non-economic life where we're just basically Elon living on a planet that has Morlocks running everything else. Like, what's your 100 years from now chart? Do you think we care about price in 100 years?
Well, I think AI is going to do things that are unimaginable after singularity, which is about 2027, which is right around the corner. And so like your big crazy madness is going to start around 2027 and head into, I think, 2031 and I'm not going to get into all that right now in the details, but that'll be like the blow off top for humanity, because AI will take over. And I know there's a lot to unpack there. Sorry, we can't get into all
Yeah,
that.
well,
But just
save
imagine
that
it's
for
like,
a different.
Yeah,
let's do a different show. I would love to be on a thought provoking.
This is the stuff I like to talk about, not
John
Bollinger
Connor and
Yeah.
Terminator world. Is it Star Trek Utopia where the fleet is
Exactly.
just going out to different stars? Like what is the AI world? After our life,
humanity's
100
blow
years-
off top is coming. Literally, a humanity's blow off top. It's true. It's true. We're about to have a blow off top in humanity, man. In 20.
We need a Blade Runner
One with
episode.
Battlestar Galactica. I think we turn on AI, we fight AI, and then it moves in cycles. Every 2,000 years, we reinvent AI, and it happens.
But wait a
again.
minute. Battlestar Galactica is the Jews in the stars, right? Isn't it like 13 tribe? It's the 13th tribe,
Something like
right?
that, yeah,
Isn't
yeah.
it going against the Cylon?
Yeah, but then they mix in all this Greek stuff mostly. So it's like it's a lot of Greek myths and constellations and stuff. It's pretty
Grew up
it's
with
pretty good.
Battlestar Galactica, and like every episode I saw, live on television or whatever, it was the first broadcast. So Battlestar Galactica world is very interesting. Yeah.
They remade it too, and the remake is pretty awesome.
I would love to do an
I've
episode.
watched them all.
Do an episode that's only about like futurism.
We could.
That would be great.
We could.
Nothing
man.
to do with crypto,
Yeah.
charting, just like futurism. That'd be an interesting speculation.
I'm one of my favorite movies is Blade Runner. I mean, as you can probably tell from my aesthetic, like I love the cyberpunk Blade Runner thing. I always have.
Totally.
It's like, I love it. Yeah, well, we could riff for a long time about that. Much rather talk about that than Bollinger Bands and moving averages, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, blow off top's coming for humanity in a lot of ways, and it's a transition point. It's a big transition point. If you go 100 years, and I'm just going off the question you're dropping, Gary, I'm not going to get I have an idea of what that's going to be. I think there's going to be a big look. Oh man, I could go I could go 3 hours right now, and I'm going to drop some things on you right now that I'm not going to have time to unpack for you guys, because I really do have to get up early. I got to run. But look, man, when you see a society like India, you think you're looking at the past, but you're not. You're looking at your future. Okay? I'm going to say that again. When you see a society like India, you think you're looking at the past. You're not. You're looking into your future. Okay? And what happens evolving there is we end up creating economies of the mind. Okay? So these become layers of spirituality, and you're going inward. Now that could be, I don't know technically what that'll be like in 100 years. We'll be going in the metaverse but it'll be some kind of economies that merge creativity with spirituality, with your consciousness, okay? Because AI is going to handle everything else. There's just going to be other things handling everything else. And I'm being very broad, extraordinarily broad in general right now, okay? No, it's not Deerslayer. It's not about super rich and super poor, though that is an element to it. That is an element to it. But, it's the ultimate simple state. Like people will just eat vegetables and mud and not just as sustenance, and then they focus on spirituality. We didn't have machines 3,000 years ago. It's the ultimate system to rule over. The biological demands are extraordinarily marginal in India. They're literally bathing in the same water they poop in. The biological demands are extraordinarily marginalized. They're gone. They've been eviscerated. Okay? Where do you think they're leading you in the West? They're putting insects in half your food. Did you ever wonder, did you think people there started 3,000 years ago? These were probably warrior tribes and shit. They were probably all 6'2", and they finally got them down to tiny little people with very, very limited things. And we can go into how you do that as an elite structure and create that. But one is you create caste systems, you create power structures inside there, people monitoring themselves. These evolve over thousands of years till you literally have a group that has zero biological demand on the environment or anything.
How can I tokenize that?
The people, right? So what happens is the people, they create the economies in the mind. So if, in the future, those would be, we're living off grown lab meat, in crickets and who knows, Soylent Green. We're literally eating Soylent.
Soylent Green.
One of my favorite movies. My favorite.
It's people. It's made of people.
Exactly. Which is already true. I think they're already finding people in like beef in America.
Hot dogs.
All right, we're gonna go off the rails. We're gonna go off
So
the
many
rails.
references in like in pop culture, in movie culture. All the themes. I saw earlier. Snake Plissken, Escape from L.A. Like there's all the like dystopia versus utopia competition. Even the idea that an economy has to be based on a widget, like accumulation of whatever the widget is, whatever you call it fiat, crypto, you call it gold, whatever you want to call it. So a thing versus your lifespan. Like if you're immortal and eternal and everything else is ephemeral, you win. Like what is winning? Even the surrogate of lifespan is religion. Like why do I care if I only live to be 20 years old when I have eternity in the afterlife? Like there's a lot of themes that are psyops. It's very interesting. Very interesting to see what's going to be 100 years from now.
Yeah. So I think economies of the mind, economies of consciousness, of trading and selling experiences in the mind, just like you see in spirituality in India now. But this will be a more technological version. So you'll pay to go to another level or to another dimension or to another place, and they'll also be adding. Well, if you go there, you'll get credits to your soul or whatever. I'm kind of like being kind of silly, but you get what I'm saying, right? There'll be like some kind of trade in there to like, hey, I got to this dimension. Oh, which dimension did you get to? Do you kind of get where I'm going? Well, we can break it down in a longer episode. I mean, we can do one. We can talk for hours.
There's a Black Mirror episode. You guys
I
probably
think about
ever
this
seen
shit all the time, man.
5 million credits.
Black
I think
Mirror's
it's called
awesome.
5 million credits or something like that.
It could be something like this.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap up. I have to be up very early in the morning, and I apologize, but this is really cool stuff. That was like a lot of broad strokes. I'm sure a lot of like, I don't know if Indian people are going to be really angry right now. Or
They're living in the future. You just said they're living in the future.
They're living in the future. They're living in what the elites want. Yeah, look, dude, they don't want you with 3 cars and a giant like acreage and a thing eating cows, bro. If you will eat, if they're like convince you that spices are good and they throw it on some vegetables, like, will you eat this? And you're like, okay, like great. They're like molding you into their perfect little like widget. You know what I mean? And then we make you smaller and littler and eating less food. And like, look, they don't even need clean water anymore. They're just going to, they keep bringing you down. So I think that's...
If you can't buy the token, you are the token. Isn't that how it goes?
Makes sense.
So guys, I'm going to play this and then we're going to wrap up. Once again, I just want to say thank you for the super chats from Crypto Dan and Thiago. They're really appreciated. Really means a lot because a lot of my videos aren't monetized because I play news clips and stuff and they just don't get monetized. So thanks, chat. Thanks to everybody watching out there in X. Really appreciate your likes. And once again, come to St. Wolf Vision for the Telegram for more alpha or if you have any questions. And that's right, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. So yeah, let me play this clip for you guys.
And when people say, how are things going? You say, wonderful. You say, how's life? You say, terrific. You say, how's your relationships? Couldn't be better. How is your health? How are you feeling? I feel great. In other words, don't talk about negative things, because when you talk about negative things, you actually increase them and you draw more of them into your life. Look at the people that you know who have problems. You notice the people that you know who have problems all the time, never seem to solve their problems? Are people who talk about their problems all the time? To him that hath shall more be given. From him who hath not, even that which he has shall be taken away. Now, this is another critical point with regard to relationships. And I learned this again in my studies. It is that each of us has a certain amount of suffering that we've gone through, and people fall in love with their suffering. People love their suffering. As a matter of fact, they feel that they've paid for it, they've thought about it, they've lived with it for so long that most people are very reluctant to give up their suffering. You can't talk them out of it. You say, well, why don't you just forget it? Why don't you just put it behind you? Why don't you just get on with it? They say, well, I can't do that. Do you know how much I've suffered? Do you know how much emotional investment I've put into this relationship, this job, this career, and so on?
You guys are awesome. Fast, Pedro, Gary. Great to see you guys.
Take care, man.
Yep. We'll see you guys with God Candles next time, I hope. All right?
Yes.
All right. Night, everybody. See you.